get shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store. And they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. I believe we have a little transmission issue here. Do we have Pete so far, or do we know? Yes, we do.
I'm here.
He's there. And Flounder's here, and Jeff at the controls. So here we go. It's Thursday. Well, we got some transmission things for the modern technology, of which I'm such a big fan. Anyway, so we can hear him, therefore he's there. We will do Holy Crap at Sports. Pete has pledged to endeavor to be with us through at least part of the 5 o'clock hour today, which is great news, and I hope you can pull it off. Oh, there we got half a picture now, so we're closing in on it. And also, Shannon Burke's going to join us at 5 o'clock down in Florida as we begin our broadcast afternoon here, 3 to 6 with the Kimber, Pete, Flounder, Jeff on the board. And Pete Davis, what's new up there in the mountains of Macon? How you feeling? And I can't see you, but how you feeling? And what's new on your progress toward fantastic healthness again?
A pretty good day. Got a wasp in the house, so that's always entertaining. We
boy.
to go try and find that sucker. And, of course, the one thing about when you're trying to rehab is don't rush anything, especially pulling a T-shirt off your back.
The old stretching and straining where the scar tissue is from the surgery incision, Uh-huh.
You got nothing but time on your hands. Take your time to take the shirt off the correct way, is all I'm saying.
Well, that all makes sense. But again, but the wound itself is healing okay? Not bothering you?
I've never seen it. I don't look at things like that. I don't like that stuff.
Oh, really? Well, I'm kind of surprised that you get like a little self-mirror thing to check everything out, you know?
Everybody says that looks at it says it's doing fine, but I'm just not into looking at that.
There you go. Well, that's good. Anyway, and of course, we will do, and again, last as long as you can, and we hopefully will get some reports there later on today. But a couple of quick, teases, big draft night tonight. And so, do you have any surprises? Do you have any predictions? Do you think anything's going to be weird? I'll bet there's going to be some trading. That's kind of the tease that somebody's liable to do something spectacular. What do you think? Any opinions or insider stuff so far?
Jay Glazer of Fox comes out yesterday, and said that he expects something huge to come down tonight. So if nothing comes down huge, then we're just going to not listen to him anymore.
And I wonder whether it's a guy who says that, obviously you have to assume he's got something going like in the top 5 guys. Like somebody's going to make a move to get the number 1 pick, to get that quarterback, or, I mean, it's kind of fun to speculate about who would do what and how much they would give to move up places enough to get those first. Because I guess, there's a great running back in there. There's a couple of defensive guys, and there's a great receiver guy. I can't remember the names, but there's a lot of good players ready, I think, key positions, too. Isn't that right or not?
There's the usual overrated Notre Dame player. Yes, you're correct. They say he's the best running back. That little guy, O.J. Simpson. Yeah. I don't think he's little.
Oh, well, who am I thinking of? There's some little scat back guy who was in the playoffs or somewhere or other. But, yeah, I know there's a Notre Dame guy. But, well, yeah, I don't know.
And you don't take a running back that high, Falcons.
Yeah.
But,
well.
unless he's Bijan Robinson, who's turned out very well, thank you. So.
Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, it'll be fun. Also, there are a couple of, I don't know whether you've been able to watch much. Again, I feel, a little guilty or conscious about trying not to have you do too much, to get back in the wing. So I'm not even sure how much you're able to, do like study stuff beforehand. But a couple of really funny plays are making baseball social media acknowledgement today. One, the pitcher who got an unusual line drive, and the guy who hit a home run and apparently landed on top of the foul pole. Pittsburgh player or something. Have you seen that stuff?
I saw that.
Oh,
yeah, the one that went in the shirt was pretty. no one has seen that going that far into a shirt.
You couldn't even get it. What happened was a line drive. Pitcher threw the ball, and the guy batter hit a line drive right into the pitcher's shirt. It went in between the buttons, and you couldn't get it out. And I'm thinking, I guess he didn't have to run to first base and throw himself on the bag, which would be pretty funny.
There was that incident in the past where it got stuck in the glove.
With the glove,
I
remember
the whole glove.
He threw the glove over to the first baseman. But I guess he upruled it. Did he give him a single? I didn't see what the ruling was. He got him a single.
Once it hits one of the defenders out there, and then and even though it doesn't hit the ground or anything else, if the defender's not really catching it, it's a single.
It's a dead ball after that, I guess.
Dead ball,
Anyway, so we got sports stuff. We got Holy Crap and Swords with Pete coming up later on. We'll have Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock. And Jeff, how you doing? Jeff's on the board. Anything new? And now we don't really know much about you either. Of course, I don't know whether you might want to sneak into your personal life too much there. But everything all right with you there, my friend?
Everything's fine.
Okay, just kind of laid back there. You know, just very quiet and laid back.
He's a very talkative guy. He's a loudmouth who never keeps to himself.
Oh, the chatter man.
Chatterbox.
And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, Veronica, what's going on over there, sir?
All is well. Same old, same old. Nothing new.
All righty. Anyway, here's our number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And, let's do, this is kind of funny, too. Flounder found this. Rolling Stone magazine has come out with the 50 greatest bands of all time, ranked 1 to 50. Now, I guess everybody can probably guess, the top 3, 4, 5, 6 bands of all time that that are always probably
on that list. Number 3 is ridiculous. They should not be number 3.
I agree.
They're pretty high.
Yeah, but anyway, here, let me ask you this. Just for the record, if you're listening and you want, I'll play a little game here just for fun. If you would like to find out where your favorite band ranks, it'd be fun to do that to you. Also, give me the name of a band that you think should be ranked higher than you bet it is. In other words, if there's a band that you've always liked and you wonder where it's ranked on this list of the top 50 of all time, give us a shout out and we'll find out, because there's a few here kind of surprises. And by the way, I went through these. I guarantee you, there's at least, I think I counted the 27 that I've either never heard of or never heard. I think I've heard the name Primal Scream, but if you'd ask me what kind of band it is, or I can guess, or where it's ranked. Anyway, but so we got a list of the greatest bands of all time, 50.
I'm looking at this list.
Yeah.
And I was going to make a Dave Mason joke, that he's not on here. But the band that he was in is not on here. They don't have Fleetwood Mac on here.
Oh, my God, I hadn't even looked. I haven't even gone through the... Wait a minute.
You could say pop and less rock, but they also were rockers, too.
Fleetwood Mac's got it. Well, the Beach Boys are no more, they're as pop as with Fleetwood Mac.
That Fleetwood Mac has to be on this list.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. But the Flounder has U2 third. He thinks that's too high. But just their longevity, and we can laugh at them all we want because they're a bunch of pompous Irish butts.
They do. They have a great catalog, and they're one of my favorite bands. Not one of my favorite bands, but I like them a lot. But I'm just wondering if they should be number 3.
Well, but wait a minute. Let me ask you this.
Ahead of Zeppelin? Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
And Floyd, for that matter.
And The Who.
Yeah, exactly.
The Eagles I don't see the Eagles.
Wow.
The Eagles are not on here.
I don't see that either.
Oh, my God.
Like country rock, I think.
Eagles aren't country.
Yes, they are. They're country rock. They started.
That's not a category. Is that even a category?
Yeah, but I would say if the Eagles are not on here, then I don't think Wilco should be on here.
Right. And Radiohead number 7? Are you kidding me? I can name you one song. And they stole the main riff from that song from the Hollies.
Yeah. And the Smiths at 15?
Well, Smiths are up there, but I don't know 15.
Well, hell, Radiohead's on there probably because Katy Perry sang about when she was having sex in the backseat of a car when she wanted to go all the way or whatever that song was. I don't remember.
Dire Straits at 49?
Yeah. Who the hell's Franz Ferdinand?
That's too far down.
Franz Ferdinand's on this list, and Fleetwood Mac and Eagles are not? Who the hell's Franz Ferdinand?
T-Rex is there. That's good. The T-Rex. REM 17. Do you think REM is 17th?
Wow, that's.
I definitely think they're in the top 50.
They're ahead of the Smiths, and they shouldn't. They should be ahead of the Smiths, and they're not.
Wow.
Yeah, you have. Queen is at 20 and REM is at 17.
Please, both of them should be ahead of the Smiths.
Wow. Anyway, we got the list of Rolling Stone top 50 greatest 50 bands of all time. Anyway, if you have a favorite or you think someone has ranked funny, give us a buzz, and we'd be happy to kind of share this with you. Have a little fun today. Also, a lot of things in the news, and let's see. Oh, I have a question. Have you guys noticed by chance, if you've seen me maybe driving away or something, do I have a sign on the back of my car that says, please cut me off? I'm wondering whether, if is there somebody put like a big sticker on the back when I'm not looking, when I leave the parking garage or when I leave my house in the morning, says, please cut me off every freaking day. And you know what it is? If you're driving along and you know that there's a guy you're in the right-hand lane because you're going to go to the right, and there's a guy in the lane next to you, and all of a sudden he's looking for a place to cut in. And we've all seen that. We all know when that happens, don't we? And we know the guys looking for a place to cut in. How come they always pick me? How come you can see him kind of sidling up and then going back and forth and trying to see if they can ease his sneak in front of me? I don't get it. Anyway, that's not right. All right. Anyway, so we're still working on our thing here.
I get it.
Guys, Mike not around?
Yeah.
Nope. I'm working on it.
Okay. Anyway, so we can't see Pete, but we can hear him. And he's here and he's doing better, and we'll be with us this afternoon as long as we can go. We'll have Holy Crap at Sports later. We also have Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock. And in the meantime, God bless America. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon. And I think Braves are playing. Are they still playing? Are they done?
They're still playing.
Oh, they're still playing? You don't sound too happy about it. Anyway, it's all coming up with Kipper, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board on 106.3. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Well, here we go with that beautiful planting season again in Stovall & Company, your third-generation wholesale landscaping supply companies ready to help you out. Builders, contractors, and whether you're putting in a backyard or maybe something by the pool like a fireplace or an outdoor kitchen or something, they can help with that concrete type stuff there too. But they got the plants and the flowers of the tree, and you ought to see these babies. I mean, honestly, all kinds of shapes and sizes. And again, they are an on-site job delivery specialist because they're a company business owned by the family, so they go way above and beyond. And if you need it right now, it's on the way. And if you need something special, they'll tell you where to get it. If they don't have it, I can't believe it. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Is your grass growing like crazy? Stay ahead of that lawn work and step up your mowing game with an Exmark mower. Exmarks are built tough, cut clean, and make quick work of Georgia grass. Don't just mow like a pro this cutting season. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers today. Swing by, check them out, and take the hassle out of mowing this season. Exmark and Howard Brothers, ready for whatever Georgia grass throws at you.
Quick question. Are your tires ready for spring rain? If your tread is worn, traction drops fast on wet roads and stopping distance can increase when you need it most. Right now at Marietta Toyota, they can take care of you because it's the Toyota Tire Savings Event. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Get the right tires for your Toyota, installed by factory-trained technicians with road hazard coverage included on eligible tires. Toyota Tire Price Match is available, plus top brands and additional rebates that may be available. Voted Best of Cobb, Best New Car Dealership, Best Dealership Service Center for 2026. You can trust the work. Offer ends April 30th. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Restrictions apply. Valid on participating brands. 4th tire of equal or lesser value. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Don't miss division rivals, the Philadelphia Phillies at Truist Park, April 24th through the 26th. The fun starts Friday with the Star Wars ticket package and theme night. Then Saturday, the Braves honor longtime manager Brian Snicker with a pregame on-field ceremony as he's inducted into the Braves Hall of Fame. The weekend concludes on Sunday when the first 3,000 kids get a mini Michael Harris II bobblehead. Visit Braves.com/promos for all the details and to purchase tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Picture this. You wake up with a spring in your step. You're refreshed, ready to go. You breeze through your day with a to-do list, and you still have energy left over when the family gets home at night. Yeah, that's the power of a good night's sleep. When's the last time you had one of those? Z-Factor from Relief Factor can help you get there. Z-Factor goes beyond melatonin. It has a combination of 4 natural ingredients. It helps you relax your mind. It can help you fall asleep quicker and sleep more soundly through the night. It is safe to take every night, and you'll wake up rested and refreshed with no groggy feeling. It just works with your body. Both Tanya and I keep a bottle on our nightstands. We take it every night. Z-Factor. Georgia wrote in, she said, I sleep well. I wake up early, ready to get started. Florence says, great product, no morning grogginess. Give Z-Factor a try right now. Save 46% on your first order. It's $19.95, 30-day supply. 800-4RELIEF, 1-800-4RELIEF, or visit ReliefFactor.com. Better sleep, better days with Z-Factor from ReliefFactor.com.
Giddy up, go, little darling. It's Beyonce. Come on in, shake a howdy, little gal. Doesn't really seem appropriate for Beyonce, but
still don't agree with that.
Well, that's what I used to say when I was a country disc jockey in 60. When the hell did I get out of the Marines? 67, 69, 70. Yeah, God, I remember. Anyway, it was on this day. It was only 2 years ago. Beyonce was #1 on the U.S. chart with her 8th studio album, Cowboy Carter. 2 years ago today, upon release, Cowboy Carter had a significant impact, it says here, on music, fashion, business, and culture. Beyonce was the first black woman to top the U.S. country albums chart. Stevie Wonder declared Cowboy Carter a masterpiece that was changing music and culture. In fact, Jeff, I've never heard this song. Let's play a bit of this. This is Beyonce, the black chick, known for other things, being a country star. Right here. Here we go.
That's a great description. The black chick who's known for good things.
Well, that's all I know. Is she an actress? Has she done acting at all? I don't really know of any acting.
She was in Austin Powers, I think, the second one. So she's done a couple.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows who Beyonce is,
Yeah.
for that thing.
She's acting like a country singer.
Yeah. Right now she is. And she's doing freaking buck dancing. I mean, I can see her buck dancing right now. Unbelievable. There's Beyonce. All right, thanks, Jeff. To the phones, take a priority. Kimmer, Pete's here, and Flounder and Jeff on the board. Stan, the man. Stan, you on the radio, man. What's going up, Stan?
Hey, guys. Pete, so glad you're back. Hope you have a great recovery. Kimmer, I just got a few things to say.
Sure.
Number one, y'all have done a great job over the last few weeks without Pete. Really enjoyed Flounder's interaction.
Well, thank you.
I've got two comments for Pete.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Number one, Pete, you need to get you a bug assault rifle. Are you familiar with what that is?
Oh, yeah. I got one that shoots salt.
Shoots salt and mosquitoes and stuff.
You said you had a wasp. You had a wasp in your house earlier. Those things, they take those wasp and beetles and all those bugs out really well. My son-in-law gave me one, and I have so much fun with it.
Really? I've never used one.
Yeah, it's great. It's great fun. And the other thing, Pete, thank goodness you're back so that you can do holy crap sports, because I tell you, Kimmer's just not cut
I know, I'm not that. I used to be a sports guy. I'm not a sports guy. I tell you, all my time is I'm doing all the regular stuff. I just, I've tried to, anyways, yeah, right.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, Stan.
Let me intervene real quick.
Okay.
This is Stan's wife, and we love all of you. We love you, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
Well, aren't you sweet?
Thank you very much.
and Jeff, too, is joining us, too. Well, thank you. What a nice, sweet couple and very nice things to say. We're very, very grateful. All right, we're not done yet. Hold on. Ken's on the radio. Ken, yeah, with the thing with it going on there. Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
The price of everything. I want to concur. I'm glad Pete's back. Having said that, I have a theory as to why people cut you off, Kimmer.
Why is that? Well, yeah.
Because the exhaust note on your Cobra is about 110 decibels, and I'd much rather be in front of you than behind you.
Yeah, and I don't even put it on track. I have like 4 or 5 exhaust settings for the noise, and if I put it on track, I did it once driving up into the parking garage and it set off all the car alarms. So I
have no doubt. 'Cause on normal, I live in East Cobb, and I've followed you home a couple times, and I'm going, I'm losing my hearing.
Well, thank you. That may very well be it.
It's just a theory. It's a working theory.
It's a working
Have a
theory.
good day.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. There you go. Oh, my goodness. Stan and Ken right there with a Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board. 404-741-1230. Oh, it's some more reaction on the top. Again, we have the Rolling Stone magazine list of the the 50 greatest bands of all time. And a couple
Let's see on our YouTube page, Bob Levine says Chicago, which I don't think they're on there.
Let's see.
I didn't see him either.
Danny the lawyer says, in my opinion, number 1, Rolling Stones, and number 2, The Grateful Dead.
When people stop smoking weed after all the years and said, wait, that's what we were listening to? It sounds different when you're high.
Wait a minute. There's the Grateful Dead are not on the list. Now, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And they have Public Enemy on there on number 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right either.
Primal Scream, number 42.
Doug was upset thinking the Allman Brothers weren't on, but they are on number 45. But here's there's a mistake. How can Pearl Jam, which is the greatest grunge band ever, Nirvana didn't last long enough, number 27 behind Wilco?
Yeah, I don't understand why Wilco's on there. Same with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Maybe Neil Young, but I don't think Crosby. They were a folk band. I mean, Bob Dylan's not on here.
AC/DC 37. That's too low.
The Strokes at number 22.
Yeah, that's ridiculously high. The Strokes should not be ahead of Talking Heads.
Wow.
The Kinks are on. That's good. Yeah, 24.
Well, just joined. For the record, number 1 is the Beatles. This is Rolling Stones, 50 greatest bands of all time. Beatles, number 1. Rolling Stones, 2. U2 at number 3, they have here. Pink Floyd, 4. Led Zeppelin, number 5. Then it's The Who, Radiohead, number 7. Nirvana, The Velvet Underground, and number 10's The Doors.
Oh, I just found another one. Where's ZZ Top? No ZZ Top.
There's another one.
Please.
That's Hall of Fame. Those guys are Hall of Fame guys.
Yep.
Wow, that's just kind of, of course it didn't say, it's just the list. It doesn't say how they used, but obviously it's personal opinion, so it can't go by ranking of albums sold or something.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So anyway. We got that going for us. So other quick things, I didn't do a birthday. Let's do a birthday. In fact, I found this kind of interesting. The actor named Kai Penn. Kai Penn is 49 years old. He's Harold of Harold and Kumar. He was also in House. And Kai Penn, at the age of 49 today, he worked for Obama as president. When Obama was president, Kai Penn, the actor, took time off to work for a couple of years in the Office of Public Engagement under Obama, whatever that is. But he's an Obama supporter there, for the record.
We got Ted on the horn.
Ted, welcome aboard, sir. What's going on? Hiya.
Hey, nice to be with you. I'm glad Pete's back, too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just told the guy on the phone, I said, well, first of all, Rolling Stone is a piece of trash. Any list that doesn't have the Beatles at the top is bogus.
Any listed as the Beatles on the top is bogus?
It does not have the Beatles.
Oh, I got you. I was going to say.
Well, 9 times out of 10, it's always either the Beatles or the Stones.
Yeah.
It's always one of them.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah. But on the other hand, guys like me, I look at this. The Byrds are ahead of the Beach Boys. Oasis is ahead of the Beach Boys. The Velvet Underground's ahead of the Beach Boys. Radiohead is way ahead of the Beach Boys.
I mean, the Eagles and Led Zeppelin are my 2 and 3.
Yeah, well, the Eagles aren't even on here.
Yeah.
Where's Led Zeppelin here? I can't find Led Zeppelin.
5. They're number 5.
Oh, at 5, yeah. I'm sorry, Ted, you were saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off there.
Like I said, the Rolling Stone is garbage.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, well, that makes sense.
It might have been relevant at some point, but it sure isn't anymore.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, here's something interesting.
Thanks, man.
Rock and roll started in America, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The first 6 acts on this list are British. U2's Irish. The rest of them are British.
Yeah.
Top 6.
Yeah. Well.
Amazing.
Yeah, and again, the ones they left off are very surprising. CSN and Y. What the hell is that? Oh, that's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I'm sorry. That's 35. Arcade Fire. Never heard of them. 31.
They're from Canada. They're a pretty good band, actually. I don't know if they're to be that high, though.
Wilco, 26. What the hell's Wilco? Talking Heads, 23. The Kinks, 24. Metallica, 25.
15 of the top 25 are British.
Yeah.
I don't know the Strokes. Are they American or
they're American? I think they're from Boston, maybe.
Really? Okay. They're a good band. I don't know if they're that high, but they're a good band.
Still,
where the hell's Wilco from?
Wilco, number 26. Best, greatest band of all time.
They are from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, my goodness. By the way, you want to know, there's a book out about Mick Jagger. The Rolling Stones, the biography, it's called. It's just out, and just couple of quick highlights, very quickly. Let's see. Mick Jagger's love life. He had sex with his bandmate Keith Richards' girlfriend Anita Pallenberg. Jagger and Pallenberg were a couple in the movie Performance, and they had sex in the movie. Actually, they went all the way, and she actually recorded footage of it on her handheld movie camera. And admitted it later, they actually were having sex in the movie on film. Jagger was also at the time dating Marianne Faithfull, 1966, when they filmed the love scene. She, on the other hand, Marianne, was also sleeping with his bandmate Keith Richards and Brian Jones. But after she saw Jagger gyrating, she changed her mind and declared Mick Jagger a dancing god. Jagger was living with a model named Chrissy Shrimpton, who found out about Marianne Faithfull and tried to kill herself. She was in the hospital, and Jagger allegedly had the locks changed on their apartment and canceled her shopping account cards. She had a child, by the way. Then she miscarried. Jagger was having a torrid affair with a 23-year-old actress, and Marianne Faithfull was with him and found out about it, and so she took some sleeping pills and went into a coma for 6 days. They said Marianne was coked to the eyeballs, just wired, and he didn't want to see her that way, so he was sleeping with his female chauffeur at the time. He was smitten with a Nicaraguan woman named Bianca. But by the way, at the time, the other girl gave birth to Jagger's child, the first child. He married Bianca. She found out that he was cheating on her and divorced him 6 or 7 years later. And then he started dating Jerry Hall, and then had an affair with the Italian model Carla Bruni, who became the First Lady of France. Anyway,
we come from France.
Good Lord. And I guess he's still going strong. Didn't he just have another baby?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, he's got 8.
Yeah,
he's got 8.
Oh, yeah. All right, 332. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff is with us too. 106.3. How's your Thursday? Go Braves, looking good. We'll keep up updated here. Pete will have sports coming up. Look out.
Extra 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Immaculately designed and manicured backyards can significantly enhance your property's value and visual appeal. And by adding a customized, professionally designed and installed artificial putting green from ATL Turf Co., it'll take your home to the next level. ATL Turf Co.'s custom greens are designed to replicate tournament-level green conditions with realistic ball bounce, roll, and speed, and has a stimp meter of 10 to 12.5. So maybe it's time to consider artificial turf.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turf Co. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
You've worked hard to build your investments, but are they positioned the right way from a tax perspective? Because it's not just what you make, it's what you keep. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Many investors don't realize that their portfolios may be creating unnecessary tax exposure. Capital gains, required minimum distributions, inefficient account placement can quietly reduce your returns, especially as you approach retirement. At Nicholas Wealth Management, we help clients evaluate whether their investments are structured in a tax-efficient way, looking beyond performance to understand how taxes impact income today and your legacy tomorrow. Are your assets in the right accounts? Are there opportunities to reduce further tax liability? Is your strategy aligned with your long-term retirement goals? Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 678-990-8500. Schedule a complimentary review. That's 678-990-8500 or visit nicholaswealth.com. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you keep more of what you've worked so hard to build.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
When it comes to luxury, performance, and cutting-edge technology, few brands do it better than Cadillac.
And there's no better place to experience Cadillac than Jim Ellis Cadillac, where buying a luxury vehicle is just as refined as the vehicle itself.
From the bold Escalade to the sleek XT5, the powerful CT5, and the electrifying new Lyriq, you'll find an impressive selection ready to go.
That means more choices, more availability, and competitive pricing, all with the transparent, no-pressure approach Jim Ellis is known for.
And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can start your purchase online. Value your trade, schedule a test drive, even complete paperwork from home.
It's luxury car buying made simple and convenient on your terms. Or shop in person and enjoy a professional, welcoming dealership experience that puts you first.
To get started, visit JimEllisCadillac.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Cadillac dealership on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
What is the impeachable offense. To think, and this is where I ask my leftist brethren, it took you 7 days to get rid of Eric Swalwell. You've had 10 years for Donald Trump. Do you really think the next one is the one that's going to do it? If they didn't make you, they can't break you. Politics made Eric Swalwell. That's why politics killed Eric Swalwell.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
Yeah. There's a little ginger boy. Ed Sheeran. Boy, the girls love this singing guy. It's got that kind of whining, sort of crying emotional. It's good singers, good stuff. Ed Sheeran, 2019. They made him knock down his outdoor sauna and take down a huge pub sign at Ed Sheeran's $2 million mansion in Suffolk in 2019 after he did not get permission from the planning group. Ed Sheeran had named his home pub after his wife, Cherry Lancaster Seaborn, called it the Lancaster Lock. But the local councilors were not happy about it. They said you got to take down that 16-foot sign because he didn't get permission from the planning people. Private property. That's the least thing bad going on in Europe and in Britain right now these days. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff's on the board. Pete's back, and he's going to be with us for as long as he can. Hopefully after 5 o'clock till the Holy Crap at Sports. We have Shannon Burke joining us at 5 o'clock down in Florida. Quick birthday list check here includes John Oliver is 49 years old. John Oliver, famous. He was on The Daily Show, and now he's got his own Last Week Tonight. And I have to tell you, I keep forgetting to watch him. I see him listed, and for some reason I don't automatically go over there. I think he's a very funny guy. I mean, he's obviously outrageous, and he has an obvious political stance, but he's a very clever guy, and he uses bad language, and the audience loves him, and he's really entertaining to watch, I think.
If he could only be, every once in a while, try and be objective or give both sides
I agree.
hell.
I agree.
Instead of just one side all the time.
Yeah. And that was my only really negative about him is that, I say because he's got such a point of view that's really, really nasty. But again, I mean, he's got all the tools. He's really a very clever guy, and he's got a good staff of writers and producers and everything. And it's kind of like I used to watch David Letterman or Tom Snyder just because they were entertaining. And nowadays, there's nobody I would care to watch on late night television. I don't stay up that late, but if there were, or even to tape it, I mean, I used to, when I worked late when I was a TV anchorman and got home at 11:30 or whatever it was, I'd watch Tom Snyder, and I enjoyed the hell out of Tom Snyder.
It's amazing how many Americans, and mostly in the Northeast and the West Coast, that get down on their knees and genuflect when they hear a British accent talking about American politics. Look at what they've done to their continent.
Oh, they're going nuts. Yeah.
Business telling us how.
Nope, we just lost Pete for a second. We just got a delay. We may have to reboot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're back. Well, we got a little delay action going on here. All right, we'll figure it out. Sorry. We got a phone call? Is that what that means?
Yeah, we got Perry on the horn.
The double thumbs up means we got Perry. Hey, Perry, you're on the radio, man. How's it going?
We lost Pete. We got Perry. You did better.
There you go.
I think I got you a date, Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you got what?
All you got to do is say yes.
Oh, all right.
Got you a date.
Oh, a date? You got me a date? I mean,
a date. Yeah,
a date?
Yeah, a date.
With an actual girl?
It's female, yeah.
Now, you kind of hesitated for a second.
She's a little older than you, but she's still working, too.
Oh, she's a little older than I am? Nobody's older than I am.
Yes, she is. But she seems younger than you do when you talk to her. But anyway, I think she's still working at a grocery store.
Really?
And she's from Scotland. Her name is Scotty, and she has the accent. I told her if I'd met her 30 years ago, we'd still be we'd be having fun. She said, "Oh, we'd still be having fun, honey."
My! Well.
I think that you might work up with her.
All right. Well,
all right. We'll take a look at it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. That's for the Kimmer. That's what I need now as a girl, as a woman.
Run it by the board.
Anyway, thank you, Perry. Is that Perry? Thank you for the offer. I can't even take care of myself. Are you kidding? Plus, I don't have another nest egg to lose. And now back to the actual.
Wait a sec. Did you and Jeff concur about today's wardrobe or something? Because
are we? Well, we're in navy blue
what pants
or black.
Are you both?
Yeah, it's
you
dark.
You got khakis on too? No, you got your
no.
jeans
Actually,
on.
I'm wearing my jeans today.
Okay.
This is jeans day. I do laundry and I determine whether I wear my khakis or my jeans. So it's kind of.
I didn't tell you this, but my doctor told me that I can't wear a shirt with a collar for at least 3 years. So.
What possible reason for that?
Because I don't like shirts with collars. Golf shirts.
Wait a minute. Your doctor told you that?
Anything I don't want to do.
That my doctor told me. Well, I should start using. Well, I don't have to do that. I'm 80. Isn't there some kind of level at which you can start getting away with stuff? I mean, hey, leave me alone. I'm 80. Oh, sorry, sir.
Did I tell you what my physical therapist told me last week about driving?
No.
She's Hungarian, by the way. She's no nonsense, man.
I'll bet.
Does not mince words.
Eastern European chicks do not mess around. Yeah.
She said, "You're driving." I said, "Yeah, they're going to let me drive a little early." And she goes, "You know what happens if you hit a deer and that airbag deploys?" I said, "What?" She goes, "You die."
Oh my.
I mean, she pretty much says it. It's
compressing the heart thing, or
she says it's not ready for that, and I'm like, oh crap! This is when I was gonna, enjoy driving.
Yeah, wow. Of course, the other thing you got to be worried about the shrapnel hitting you in the face. Now, I guess those Japanese airbag manufacturers, man, when that thing explodes, oh yeah, the plastic comes flying up. They've had all kinds of horrible things.
I love that they showed there's memes of women that had put like little shiny gemstones and stuff on their
on the dashboard
wheel. And someone said, "Congratulations, you just made your car into a claymore."
Your face is coming clean off. Brutal. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Jeff on the board. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Let's see. We got a bunch of Trump stuff and naval stuff. And first of all, let me ask you about this. Do we care about Donald Trump reclassifying marijuana in order to help with medical options for research?
Yeah, because, marijuana should not be a Class 1 substance.
Yeah, Class 1 is the same thing as heroin and LSD and ecstasy. And he's changing it to a lower category to Schedule 3, which is like ketamine, steroids, and painkillers, prescription drugs. That would be Class 3. And he said it will help loosening federal barriers on marijuana for programs that have passed laws adopting marijuana shops, a system for producers to register with drug enforcement. And I don't know. He says it's got nothing to do with suddenly allowing people to smoke pot.
It's just declassifying it from one class to another.
Yeah, but it's still where it's illegal. It's still illegal.
Yeah.
And now, didn't he make it possible for the national banking system to actually take drug money now? Because that's the other thing. It's illegal for banks to take drug money in your state.
That's why they're always on the list to get robbed, because it's all cash.
Yeah. Anyway, but again, there are a lot of people in the Republican Party who are upset about this just because they think it's going to make it easier for people to smoke weed. And again, if they legalize it, a lot of states do. Hell, in Colorado, my whole family lives there, and everything changes. For one thing, everything goes up in price. The housing costs in Colorado, when they passed the recreational marijuana bill, it's outrageous. And it's instantaneous. All right, coming up, Donald Trump has fired the Secretary of the Navy. And he's also said, if you try to lay a mine in the Strait of Hormuz, we're going to kill you no matter what size your boat is. And reaction to the hate toward the ICE people. All that's coming up here with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Holy Crap at Sports. Later, Pete's still available in here with us, and it's 3:45 on 106.3. Go Braves. Almost over. Looking good.
It's over.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about him. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with him every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies, like the Subaru Crosstrek with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space, or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
I was live streaming makeup tips when my internet went down. My followers were furious, like both of them.
Someone damaged the gas line and our service was turned off for safety. Now my chili is ruined and I'm simmering.
As she was digging into my chocolate delight, someone dug through a water main. No water, no bath, no delight.
All because my neighbor didn't contact 811.
Be a good neighbor and contact 811 before digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
A simple act of generosity changed everything. A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Here's Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but never deliver.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver the Georgia results that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
The conservative outsider who will deliver real tax relief. Rick Jackson for governor. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
3:50, Donald Trump live at the White House. Here we go live.
He needed a ramp, as some people would know.
Taking questions.
And in his honor, we're leaving it. I wanted to leave it. It means something. The other thing that we're doing that's taking place right now is the Lincoln Memorial has a beautiful reflecting pond or lake. They call it a pool, lake, and pond. Every day's different, but
the reflecting pool.
Is
All right,
a good term.
We'll wait for a minute.
It was built in 1922, and it was built out of granite and various stones on the bottom, and they never look great because that's not really meant to be a stone that's underwater for that much of a period of time.
He's going to paint them gold, I bet.
It's about 1.5 to 2 feet deep. You all know it well. That's where Martin Luther King gave his great speech, and he had 1 million people, and I had the same exact crowd, maybe a little bit more, but they said I had 25,000 people on July 4th. I have pictures of Martin Luther King's crowd, my crowd's the exact
Remember that? When he said nobody showed up for his speech?
Years difference.
Media.
The exact same crowd, but I actually had more people, but that's okay.
Yeah, they lied.
They gave him...
Cover up by the media.
1 million people. They said 1 million people. I had 25,000 people. So, but these are the things that you get with the...
Luckily, you got over it, huh?
A few years ago, first term. So you have this reflecting lake pond. It's incredible.
You going to redo it?
It was terrible. The condition, you all know it. A friend of mine came from Germany to see me, and he said, "Oh, we went over it. So sad." What's sad? This is a number of months ago. He said, "It's filthy, dirty. The water's disgusting looking. It's not representative of the country." And I said, "Well, I'm going to have to go take a look because, Secret Service doesn't let you just walk around too freely, actually." And I went over there with Secret Service in tow, and I said, "Isn't that a shame? It's terrible." And so they had bids from the Biden administration, Sleepy Joe, and they had bids for years. They were going to do something to fix it, but they never got it done. And it's so important for our country. Everybody knows this. It covers the Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial. It's in between. It's 2,200 feet. That's taller than any building in the world if you lay it down on its side. Think of it, 2,000. That's so long. Over 2,000 feet long. Such would be many swimming pools, many stacked up together.
Pools.
But it would be the equivalent of the tallest building in the world, plus laid down on its side. So it's very big. It's very wide, actually. It looks narrow because it's so long. And so the pricing was coming in over the years, but it came in sort of recently that it was going to cost $301 million. To fix it. It was going to take 3.5 years, so they had to take all the
$300 million to
which
fix
is there again, 1922, and it was leaking like a sieve. You couldn't keep water, couldn't keep anything. Granite's not the right stone for that. Right stone for that, but not for that. And I said, I have an idea. It's
spending an awful lot of time on it.
3.5 years. So remember those numbers. 301 million.
Cut back here. All right.
This is a business study.
I will come back later. He's talked for 18 minutes on the reflecting pool. He's going to fix, which is good. We're all in favor of fixing everything that's bad. Anyway, that's the president of the White House. Well, he was at the live. He's taking questions, but I didn't think it would be about the reflecting pool. But it was originally an announcement about drug prices he's reducing, and then he always takes questions. Again, he goes live. He just opens up everything and goes live, and he's going live right now. Oh, we missed Pete. I got a mic action on Pete there, Jeff, or something here. So you were saying, yes, sir.
And he does this on the recommendation of 2 German tourists. I'm thinking, go back and rebuild East Germany first, and then tell us how we should be doing things. Please. Yeah. What's this with this Euroweenies constantly running their mouth about us?
I know.
We don't care.
Yeah. And especially now, now the NATO people are saying, the Germans are saying, "Oh, hey, no, we're going to go over and help with those minesweepers. You got the issue of minesweepers over there in that old strait. Yeah, we're going to see if we can help you out there. Hey, really appreciate it." And by the way, for the record, I thought there were no mines in there. I thought we saw the guy said the other day they haven't found a single mine. Now they're saying they're tripling the effort to get rid of the mines. Either way, there are there or they're not. And by the way, how is it possible that the Iranians are shooting at boats and they're still in the water? That we haven't killed and shot up the Iranian boats who are shooting at the other boats. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't understand. I mean, how many ports do they have? Basically, if anything leaves that port, it's going to be sunk.
Yeah, take it out.
Simple.
Yeah, just don't let it go. Yeah.
Until this is resolved, stay home.
Yeah. That's really bizarre. Anyway, it's 3:50. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Pete's here, and Jeff's on the board. And Pete will be staying as long as he can. We hope to have the actual Holy Crap It's Sports type broadcast. Again, we're not putting a lot of pressure on Pete to spend 8 hours coming up with a full sportscast. But one thing I don't know whether you're going to might mention this later, but I saw the latest on the Mike Vrabel business with Mike Vrabel, of course, the coach. New England Patriots, and that woman, Diana Russini, who had to leave her job at the Athletic. The Athletic. Is that part of the New York Times, I think? I'm not quite sure.
It might be.
I think it might be a thing. Anyway, now they got caught at this resort thing recently, and now more pictures were released today of the two of them making out 6 years ago. At the time, he was a coach. Oh, I can't find my place here now. He was a coach at the Titans, and he was married, and she was engaged. There are pictures of them sitting in a bar with their legs entwined together, touching each other and kissing, making out 6 years ago.
Oh, okay, but the thing that's coming out now is she, right at either that night or the next day, put out a tweet with this inside information that the Titans were not going after Tom Brady. They were going to re-sign Ryan Tannehill to a long-term contract. How did she get that information?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 6 years ago, and now with this, and now what? How are the people in New England or anybody watching football? But what happens when he walks onto the field and comes out with the team? You don't think there'll be a reaction?
Super Bowl. No, he took him to a Super Bowl.
Well, that's true. I just think I think it's just awful. I hate to see it. A chick at work, and all of a sudden, the exciting new man with your career and.
Was she using him basically all these years for inside info?
It's been 6 years. She was with him in Tennessee, and now she's with him in New England. Traveling and the meeting and stuff like that. So, and they were shown having breakfast together alone one morning.
It hurts women in journalism because they work so hard not to be tied in where they sleep to get the information or something like that. And then you have someone that may be doing it.
Yeah. In fact, by the way, for the record, we got Flounder's Funny here in a second. Women sports reporters have to be tough nuts because they go into locker rooms and they don't take any crap off of players. So they're pretty tough chicks normally, and this is really a setback for the reputation of women in men's sports areas.
Have you heard any other woman sports journalist of any credit saying anything about this?
I have not. Michelle Travoy may be running for office, but that's different. That's not local.
Don't be hypocrites. If you go after men for doing things they shouldn't do, then you need to go after the women who are doing things they shouldn't do, either that's hurting you.
Yeah. We got time for Flounder's Funny here, Jeff. What do you think?
Reviews are ruining everybody. Everybody thinks their opinion is valuable because we can review things. Remember the golden days? Remember the early 90s? If you went out somewhere and there was something wrong with your sandwich or something, you got home, you just had to shut the up about it. Nobody cared what happened to you at Applebee's when Bill Clinton was president. Now every single American is like, oh, I had to ask twice for napkins. I'm gonna put this place out of business.
Mr. Brian Simpson right there.
That's a funny guy. We need more Brian Simpson. It's coming up on 4 o'clock. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder and Jeff. And gang's all here. And good news on the Braves front. And we got Holy Crap at Sports with Pete later and Shannon Burke at 5 on 106.3. How you doing? Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
This is a Fox News alert. A mass shooting at a Louisiana mall. I'm Lisa Brady. Police just confirming the shooting in the food court of the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge, believed to be an incident involving two groups of people.
You had a massive law enforcement and medical response come, thanks to all our responding agencies, everybody from the Sheriff's Office, the St. George, State Police, and even FBI came to help to respond to this.
Baton Rouge Police Chief Thomas Moore says 10 people were injured. For now, that shooting remains under investigation. No word on any arrests. President Trump just announcing another deal with a major drug maker, this time Regeneron, aimed at lowering drug prices.
It's agreed to offer their prescription medications at heavily discounted, most favored nation prices. In other words, the numbers will come down at levels that nobody's ever seen before.
Also noting the FDA's recent approval of one of the company's new drugs.
A gene therapy curing a rare disease that causes deafness. People are totally deaf, and it's amazing. I've seen some work on it. It's actually hard to believe.
Nearly 20 pharmaceutical giants signing deals after receiving letters from the administration last summer. The president's Oval Office event happening as a ceasefire with Iran continues, along with a U.S. blockade of Iranian ports. Iran still publicly calling that a ceasefire violation, with no word on any new talks scheduled. Fire crews still battling multiple wildfires in southern Georgia and parts of Florida, fueled in part by fallen trees from Hurricane Helene more than a year ago, strong winds and drought conditions.
All of this is because of extreme and exceptional drought in the Southeast. To put that into perspective, where we're at right now has only gotten 10 inches of rain since last September. Think about that.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray in Atkinson County, Georgia. Stocks drop as oil prices rise. The Dow down 179 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Here she comes.
Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store. And they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
All right, we're going back to the White House here in just a second. First, Bon Jovi guitarist Richie Sambora, on this day in 2008, was sentenced to 3 years probation. He admitted he was drunk driving. 48-year-old Sambora at the time of 2008 was not at the court hearing, but he would have to attend first offender awareness classes. He was arrested in Laguna Beach after he was caught weaving between lanes. Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, 2008. Donald Trump's at the White House. He announced some new drug deals, and now he's talking to reporters. Let's go live at the White House. Donald Trump.
The beginning of it all. And then I ended the Obama horror show. The nuclear transaction that he made was horror. It gave him a road to the, you call it, what the deal that he did, the Iran nuclear deal, was so bad. It gave him a road to a nuclear weapon. And I will tell you, I deal with him. You cannot give Iran a nuclear weapon. This is all about a nuclear weapon. They cannot have the nuclear bomb, and they're not going to have the nuclear bomb. So we've taken out their military. We've hit about 75% of our targets. We stopped a little early because they wanted to have some peace. And we have a blockade that's 100% effective. And they're getting no business. And as you know, they're not doing well. Economically, financially, they're not doing any business because of the blockade. They want to make a deal. We have been speaking to them, but they don't even know who's leading the country. They're in turmoil. So we thought we'd give them a little chance to get some of their turmoil resolved. But, and I hope the fake news, people like you, I hope the fake news are going to be able to write about it accurately, because when you say, oh, they're fighting very well, they're not fighting well. They've been obliterated, Jeff, obliterated. 159 ships are in the Navy. You know how many ships are at the bottom of the sea, Jeff? 159. So, and if you read the New York Times, the failing New York Times, subscriptions are way down, as you know. That's because people don't believe the stuff anymore. If you watch CNN, you'd think that they're doing well in the war. They're not doing well. They're getting absolutely decimated. Now, with all of that being said, we'll see what happens. They have a lot of, we have no pressure. It's only guys like you with a question like that about what's your time. We've been doing it for 5.5 weeks.
But sir, is your administration 8 weeks that the U.S. now has been involved with Iran? You had initially said it would be 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, I hope that, but I also took a little break. I gave them a break, and
you said 5 weeks.
Snot.
I want to make the best deal. I could make a deal right now. Do you know that if I left right now, we had a tremendous success. It would take them 20 years to rebuild, but I don't want to do that. I want to have it everlasting. I want to have it where they never have a chance to get it. I mean, the way you asked that question, yeah, I did say it. I thought it would take 4 to 6 weeks, and I was right, because at the end of 6 weeks, at the end of 4 weeks, the military was decimated.
So are you saying?
But now what I'm doing, I can't tell you that. I don't want to put that kind of a timetable on it, but it'll go pretty quickly, and we'll have the strait opened up. Now, right now, we have it closed. We have total control of the strait. And the fact that it's closed, they would have opened it up 3 days ago. They came to us and they said, we will agree to open the strait. And all my people were happy. Everybody was happy except me. I said, wait a minute, if we open the strait, that means they're going to make $500 million a day. I don't want them to make $500 million a day until they settle this thing. So I'm the one that kept it closed. We have total control of it. And it'll open when they make a deal or something else happens that's very positive.
But what do you say to the American public? Excuse me. What do you say to the American people who question how much longer this will take? Obviously, that they are having.
You're such a disgrace. Did you hear what I just said? Vietnam. How many years was Vietnam?
I understand, sir.
How many years was Vietnam?
Well,
I did my end. I took the country out militarily in the first 4 weeks. I took it out militarily. Now all we're doing is sitting back and seeing what deal. And if they don't want to make a deal, then I'll finish it up militarily with the other 25% of the targets. We've hit 78% of the targets that we've wanted to hit. We've knocked out their manufacturing. We've knocked out their missile production. We've knocked out their drone production. We've knocked out everything. In some cases, when I say knocked it out, 70, 80, 90%. It's amazing what we've done. So I've done that within that period of time that I mentioned, but I don't want to rush myself, because every story says, oh, Trump is under time pressure. I'm not, no. You know who's under time pressure? They are. Because if they don't get their oil moving, their whole oil infrastructure is going to explode. You know what that means? Because they have no place to store it. And because they have no place to store it, if they have to stop it, something happens that only Len can explain. Something happens underground that essentially renders it in very poor shape, and you never recover fully. You can recover 50, 60%, but you can never have it like it is right now. And they have a matter of days before that event takes place. So I'm not under any pressure whatsoever. We've never had so much ammunition. Our ships are loaded. I call them locked and loaded. They're locked and loaded. They're ready to go. We have much higher quality equipment than we did when we first started the war, and or the military operation, whatever you want to call it. And they're coming to us. The problem they have is they are very disorganized right now. Well, now yesterday, and I was very pleased with this, 8 young women were going to be executed yesterday afternoon at 6 o'clock. And I asked them, call it a favor or call it just a moral request that they not be executed. And they came back with an answer that they won't be executed. They're going to release, it was protesting, 8 beautiful young women, very young women. And their pictures in the paper. And it's been a story for a little while. And I saw that and I said, let's see if we can save them. And it was very nice what happened. So they're not going to be, what they're doing is, as you know, they're releasing 4 of them very shortly, and they're going to keep 4 of them in jail for a period of 1 month and release them, so they won't be executed yet.
So if you're asking for more time to sort out negotiations,
I'm not asking you for more time. I'm not asking for them. No, it's not more time. I'm not asking anybody for more time.
If you need more time, does that mean Americans should anticipate spending more on gasoline for the foreseeable future?
For a little while. And you know what they get for that? You know what they get for that? Iran without a nuclear weapon that's going to try and blow up one of our cities or blow up the entire Middle East. You want to see what shock would be? And I have to be honest, the stock market is at an all-time high right now. I thought it would have been down 20, 25%. When we hit, wait a minute, wait, can I finish my question?
Jeez, man.
The stock market's at an all-time high right now. I projected, and I'm pretty good at this, that the stock market, Howard, would drop maybe 20%, 25%. And I understood that. And I said, hey, it's a bad thing, but I have to do what's right for the country, even the world. Because you can't have them, you cannot let them have a nuclear weapon. So the stock market unlike what a lot of people were predicting. I thought they weren't necessarily wrong. And the stock market today hit an all-time high. Hit an all-time high yesterday, the day before, and it's staying there. I thought oil would go up to maybe $200 a barrel, and oil is a very different number than anyone thought. In fact, this country is much lower because we have all the oil we can use. We're actually, ships are coming from all over the world to Texas, Louisiana, and Alaska. They're coming from all over the world to get oil from the United States, while this is closed, the Hormuz Strait. So if you look at what I said, I guess it was right, because I said I'd have it 4 to 6 weeks, and in 4 weeks we have totally defeated that military. So right now, I don't want to rush it because you guys are, trying to make us look as bad as possible. I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time. We have plenty of time, and I want to get a great deal. I want to get a deal where our nation and the world is safe from lunatics with nuclear weapons. Yes.
If it does go to 200, are you okay with that, sir? If oil goes to 200?
I think that there's nothing worse than a nuclear weapon that takes out one of your cities or 2 of your cities or 3. I think there's nothing worse than a nuclear weapon that's going to destroy the Middle East, including Israel. I think there's nothing worse than Europe being under attack by people that have missiles now that reach Europe. As you know, they don't reach us, but they reach Europe. But they will reach us at some time, probably the not too distant future, unless we stop them now. I think there would be nothing worse than having nuclear holocaust in Europe, London, Paris, various places in Germany, all targeted. No, what I say is you can't let them have. I don't think it will happen, by the way. I really think we actually, it turns out that we are drill baby drill, and it turns out we're producing a lot of oil, and they're buying the oil. They're going to Alaska, they're going to Texas, Louisiana, and our guys have done a fantastic job. We're putting out right now more oil and gas than we ever have in the history of our country. And one other thing.
Where's that reported? Never saw that in print.
In the United States than ever in the history of our country.
Okay. I have a question, sir. Is it true that your administration is considering sending 1,100 Afghans to the Democratic Republic of Congo? And if so, do you have a response?
I don't know. I'd have to check that.
Thank you, Mr. President. Breitbart News' Matt Boyle just published an interview with Greek Prime Minister Mitsotakis, in which the Prime Minister said that he's rooting for you to succeed in getting a deal with Iran. And he also said he looks forward to hosting you in Greece later this year. Do you have any response?
No, it's just really nice. I mean, Greece has been very supportive, actually. Greece has been terrific. He's a terrific guy.
Greece is great.
Because he understands the importance of it.
Got hot babes. Greek chicks, man.
I hate it.
Greek chicks are hot.
Down to $60 a barrel. And I looked at guys like Howard Lutnick. Howard, you remember it well. I said, well, we just hit an all-time high in the history of the market. Think of this. When we hit 50,000, I was told, everybody was told, when I won the election, November 5th, they said, well, during the 4-year period, it'll be impossible for the Dow to ever reach 50,000. It'll be impossible for the S&P to ever hit 7,000. Impossible. And you remember that, Howard, right? It was going to hit maybe 6, 7 years, 8 years, but I did it in my first year, hit 50,000. Now it's just about at 50,000, and S&P is higher than it was when we started. And S&P hit over 7,000, and that was before the year ended up 1 year. So I can only tell you this, it'll end. I don't think it'll be very long, by the way. They're delaying it because we don't know who to deal with. They are in, they know who the leader is in this country. We don't know who the leader is in Iran. Because remember, regime change. Khomeini is gone. He's gone to greener pastures. He's gone, and all of his team is gone. Then a second group came in, they're all gone. And now you have the third group, and they're a little concerned about being gone, too.
Sir, would you use a nuclear weapon against Iran? You posted on Truth Social a few weeks ago.
We don't need it. Why do I need it? Why would a stupid question like that be asked? Why would I use a nuclear weapon when we've totally, in a very conventional way, decimated them without it? No, I wouldn't use it. A nuclear weapon should never be allowed to be used by anybody.
Have you given a timeline when they could give you a proposal?
We're all very much looking forward to. Prince Harry today has said that he would like to see you do more to end the war in Ukraine. Do you think it's appropriate for a royal to make those comments ahead of the visit on Monday?
Prince Harry?
Yes, sir.
How's he doing? How's his wife? Please give him my regards, okay? Yeah. No, I don't know. I know one thing. Prince Harry is not speaking for the UK.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think I'm speaking for the UK more than Prince Harry.
Ooh, ow.
But I appreciate his advice very much. Great advice.
To the dinner and to the state visit.
Well, I look forward to the dinner. We're having King Charles come. He's a friend of mine. We're really looking forward to it. We've spoken, and we're going to have a great time. I tell you, if I had that ballroom built, it would be filled. I wish we had more seats. They've wanted a new ballroom for 150 years. Now they're getting the best in the world. We're going to have the best in the world. But, we have a room that's not big enough to handle what would be a big crowd. But we're going to have very great people that love the UK. I love the UK. I think they made a big mistake on energy. You should open up the North Sea in Aberdeen. You should open it up. And the other thing is they've made a big mistake on immigration. Okay.
Sir, on Trump RX.
Should we take a break here? How are we doing?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Yeah. If he's still talking, we'll come back. Donald Trump live once again, doing business in front of the American people in the world. 417, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Jeff on the board. We are not going away for long. Look out, here we go.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is freelance journalist and social media personality Hood Anchor. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
You hear bail bonds and you think one thing: someone to get you out of a jam. But A Second Chance Bail Bonds is built differently. This family-run team, led by brothers Daniel and Ryan Matalon, believes everyone deserves a second chance. And they prove it every day through the A Second Chance Community Foundation. They support local nonprofits, partner with law enforcement, and stay active in community programs, food drives, and safety initiatives. Bottom line, they don't just work in the community, they're part of it. Learn more at a2cfoundation.org. That's a2cfoundation.org. The best time to shop for a new car is when selection is strong and the offer is clear. Right now at Marietta Toyota, the new 2026 Toyota Camry is all hybrid and in stock. It's built for commuters with exceptional fuel efficiency, up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. Voted Best of Cop, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Dealership Service Center. Here's the difference you don't get everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. For well-qualified buyers, special APR financing is available on the new 2026 Camry, 4.99% APR for 72 months. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends May 4th, 2026. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Flounder. My wife and I have owned our home for just over a year, and for the past year, we've trusted Dobbs Heating and Air, a local small business that does it right. Right now, Dobbs is offering buy two, get one free on their club membership. 3 HVAC visits for the price of 2. That includes a 21-point inspection, priority scheduling, and savings on repairs and new equipment. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Prevent breakdowns and keep your system running strong. Visit DobbsHVAC.com.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Oh, my. Now, I don't know much about this Johnny Thunders guy, but in 1991, Johnny Thunders died of a drug overdose. He was the
New York Dolls singer,
founder member of the New York Dolls. He renamed himself Johnny Thunders. He was John Anthony Gonzalez. called himself Johnny Thunders after a comic book of the same name. The New York Dolls, formed in 1972, made just 2 albums. A teenage Morrissey acted as president of the UK branch of the New York Dolls fan club, formed the Heartbreakers with Dolls drummer Jerry Nolan, and a television bassist named Richard Hell. New York Dolls. I don't know anything about that. In 72, you'd think I would have known. I don't think I've ever heard one of their songs. How could I have not known the New York Dolls in 1972?
Not your style of music, right?
Well, I guess it was. Because it wasn't on the radio stations I listened to. It wasn't on rock and roll station. That sounds like one of those album stations where they went into Grateful Dead type stuff or something. Whatever.
They were more punk glam rock, I guess you could say. They only came out with 2 albums, so they did kind of.
Yeah. Let's see. It was Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Pete's back, and we'll do Holy Crap at Sports later. Shannon Burke joins us live at 5 o'clock from Florida. Our birthday list includes Lee Majors. Lee Majors going strong at 87 today. He was Steve Austin, the $6 million man. By the way, Mark Wahlberg is going to star in the movie remake called The $6 Billion Man. Lee Majors, 87, was not only Steve Austin, he was also the Fall Guy. And as a youngster actor, he was in Big Valley. Was that Barbara Stanwyck, I think? And who was that beautiful blonde chick?
Lee,
no. Oh, what was her name?
That in Fletch. Mrs. Stanwyck.
Who's that beautiful blonde?
Evans.
Linda Evans. Oh, man, was she gorgeous. Anyway, what's that? Where was Lee Majors, 87 years old today, so that's good. Lee there. And by the way, Pete, as a fellow ordained minister, I'm sure you know all about the Feast Day of St. George. The Feast Day of St. George, for the patron saint of England, St. George refused to recant his Christian faith on this day in the year 303, so they chopped off his head. Legend had it that St. George actually saved the king's daughter from a mighty dragon.
Yeah, they always show him stabbing a dragon. But St. George wasn't even English.
Oh, I did not know that.
I don't think he was English. Mm-mm.
Well, they call it, he's English now, as in St. George saved the daughter from a mighty dragon. And that's, you've seen the famous artwork of him stabbing the dragon.
He's always stabbing the dragon, yeah.
By the way, a history note, on this day in 2005, the first video uploaded to YouTube, the video sharing platform. It was titled Me at the Zoo. And you can still see it on YouTube. It showed YouTube co-founder Jawed Karim at the San Diego Zoo. It was founded by this guy Karim along with Steve Chen and Chad Hurley, who were early employees of PayPal. And YouTube on this day in 2005 began everything. Donald Trump's done talking to folks at the White House. But again, it's almost pretty much every day. Donald Trump will just appear. It'll go live. I mean, think, again, I hope you never forget what the last administration was like, where they hid him, where the freaking media hid the president of the United States and covered up his incompetence and continued the scandal of that administration every stinking freaking day. Oh, God, it's just unbelievable.
We're finding out every day with this Southern poverty. John Stossel, like 8 years ago, pointed out that what they were.
We got it right here. Good point. In fact, I got it right here. Flounder found this soundbite. This is a report. We got John Stossel in there, Jeff.
Mike, our crackhead engineer, sent us this.
I believe that's crack. Head engineer. We don't want to be the crackhead engineer. But anyway, John Stossel, the Southern Poverty Law Center. We knew there was something fishy with these people. Pete, you and I have been reporter type people for years and years and years, and we all knew that this was real fishy because they were just really too political. Well, John Stossel, a report from 2018 on these people. Here's John Stossel.
The Southern Poverty Law Center, based in that building in Alabama, calls itself the premier group monitoring hate groups. Looking at their map of such groups, you'd think America was consumed by hate. I once believed in the center's mission. Well-meaning people still do. Apple just gave them $1 million. But what donors don't know is that today the center smears people who don't deserve to be smeared.
The presence of radical Islam.
This woman grew up in Somalia, suffered female genital mutilation, So now she speaks out against radical Islam. For that, the center put her on its list.
Multiculturalism failed these communities.
This man was once an Islamic extremist, but then he decided radical Islam was wrong, and now he criticizes the radicals. The center labels him an anti-Muslim extremist, too.
Join the fight against hate and bigotry.
Visit splcenter.org.
I do think that we have a problem with hate in this country.
Put about 10 of these major hate groups out of business.
The center's leaders, Richard Cohen and Morris Dees, would not talk to me. So commentator Nomiki Kant stepped up to defend them.
They have a long history of fighting against extremists like the KKK.
Years ago, Harper's Magazine reported that the center's the wealthiest civil rights group in America, one that spent most of its time and money on a fundraising campaign. Now, Morris Dees did once promise to stop fundraising once his endowment hit $55 million.
Right. Now listen to this.
But when he reached $55 million, he changed that to $100 million, saying that would allow them to cease costly fundraising. But when they reached $100 million, they didn't stop. Today,
they have an endowment that now is over $320 million, much of which is in offshore accounts, Caymans and places like that.
How do you know?
Oh, we look at their 990s.
And it says Cayman Islands?
Yeah.
They pay some of their people more than $400,000 a year.
Well, it's 2017. It costs a lot of money to exist in this world.
The Southern Poverty Law
that was
Center now
9
lists
years
people
ago.
like Ben Carson, Laura Ingraham, and Jeannie Pirro as extremists. But it doesn't list Antifa, the hate group that beats up people on the right. The center's become a hate group.
We can cut it there.
itself.
I mean, that's John Stossel again. This was in 2018, talking about them even before that. And they made, after the Charlottesville business, where they paid members of the hate groups to stage that horrible event, they made an extra $130 million off of the fundraising for the Charlottesville attack.
It's like every day we find out just how bad things were. And if Elon Musk had not bought Twitter, if Donald Trump had not won the White House and then won it back, we wouldn't know any of this, and it'd just be getting worse.
Yeah, it'd still be going on. In fact, it would even get worse because of the hate in America right now. This is perfect for them. I guarantee you, they were hoping for this kind of split in America, calling us white supremacists and attack the ICE agents. All of it ties in together. It'd be perfect for these people to make more money. And by the way, George Clooney gave him $1 million, J.P. Morgan $500,000, Apple $1 million, and now some of these people are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we want kind of an accounting of what the hell you've been doing with our money." Yeah, no kidding. I mean, what a scot!
I think most that gave him the money agree with what they're doing.
Yeah, the Clooney's probably. But they have probably officially say, well, we'd like an accounting of the so-and-so. Give me a break. They wouldn't stop. If they hadn't been caught, they'd still be doing it. And you know what side they're on. Yeah.
Morris Dees used to be kind of like a hero.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I know.
The money?
Well, again, it was this organization was originally founded for all the rights in the name. Poverty, helping out people with the law if you're poor. I mean, what a great, it's like these freaking NGOs. That's how they got their money. The Association to Help the Little Children of America. Oh, God, here's $1 million. What a joke. And by the way, ICE is getting blasted again from that suspected child molester, Chuck Schumer. And we're getting some good reaction, not only from Donald Trump, but also from Mark Wayne Mullen. We'll get to that in a minute. So at 4:30 already. Shannon Burke joins us at 5 o'clock. Pete Davis is feeling a lot better, and he's with us, and we'll do a Holy Crap at Sports a little later if somebody can hang on. And Jeff's on the board, and it's all happening here. Braves win. Well, it's all, the whole story, it's all coming up on 106.3. How's your Thursday? Beautiful day. Look out.
Neil Bortz is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
One of the hardest things to do is to walk away from a paycheck. As retirement planners, Masterplan knows how hard it can be to pull the trigger on your own retirement. Don't go it alone. Masterplan is a holistic retirement planning firm that works with you to create a retirement plan to help maximize your golden years. Through income planning and money management, legacy planning, and tax planning, we create a plan specifically designed for your life. Enter retirement with confidence. Contact Masterplan to analyze your retirement outlook and create a plan that's right for you. All initial consultations are complimentary, so contact us today and begin your pursuit towards peace of mind. Visit masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Masterplan Retirement Consultants Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates Inc., DBA Masterplan Retirement Consulting. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Hey, this is Lowe's with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be on the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Oh, hell, you know, we're going to have to
Kimmer Show
do a
halftime
format
update.
change here or
Let's
something.
Check in with Pete on the scoreboard.
Have a meeting
stories
and
prepared versus
come up with a
stories
different way
actually
of
covered.
You know, everything's different. You know, we just got a different situation going on here. You can't always get to everything you want to get to. I don't know.
You only sent 5 stories today.
No, I that can't be right. Is that right? No, I sent. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I got 10 or 11 here that I sent.
Well,
I didn't. Maybe I didn't
4.
send you all of them that I sent.
You didn't send me all of them. You did 4.
Yeah. Well, if it was 4 out of 5, that's pretty good. But 4 out of 11 is not that.
That would have been an all-time record.
At least by percentage. Anyway, Kimmer and Pete's back, and we'll do Holy Crap at Sports in a bit. And had a Braves game this afternoon. We'll talk about that. Also, big draft to get big draft stuff. And I wonder, Pete mentioned it earlier, and I've also been reading stuff in the sports wires that there may be some big shenanigans. In fact, Pete, the guy, I forgot the guy's name you mentioned, who kind of teased this on Fox, I think, earlier.
Jay Glazer.
Said that he had a scoop, but I think he wasn't going to reveal it until the team is on the clock.
Right. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. Well, of course, that saves him from everything. Although, well, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, now I'm kind of Now I'm kind of excited. I have to. I wasn't really. I'm not really. I don't know much about the guys. I do watch the pre-draft stuff, so I can kind of see the highlights of their activities on their teams. It helps me out a little bit. But I don't follow college stars as much as I ever used to. But so I'm looking forward to it.
The Falcons that do not have a draft pick in the first round this year so far got good news today. Whether you agree with it or not, they got good news.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, we'll have the good news for you. Well, Holy Crap at Sports a little bit later on. By the way, did we just play David Bowie there? Did I talk over the whole thing? I think I did.
No, that was the halftime report.
Oh, that's right, too. We didn't do the David Bowie. That's why I didn't remember whether I did. Idiot. Let's see. Birthday. How about, let's see, Blair Brown is 79 today. Blair Brown's that little ginger-haired girl. And she was the Adventures or whatever it is of Molly Brown was in a series. She was in Fringe. Orange is the New Black. And Blair Brown is 79 years old today. And on this day in history, boy, do I remember this. One of the biggest flops in business history. This day, 1985. New Coke. The Coca-Cola Company's signature soft drink changed the formula for the first time in 99 years. Supposedly sweeter New Coke debuts to a consumer backlash that called the marketing blunder of the century. Was the world's best-selling soft drink. A lot of competition from rival Pepsi in the mid-'80s, so Coke wanted to re-energize the brand. They did blind taste tests, and consumers liked New Coke over Pepsi and the original Coke, which I don't believe. But they had a sentimental attachment to their beloved brand, reacted negatively to New Coke, flooded with 8,000 calls a day, 40,000 complaint letters. CEO Roberto Goizueta got a letter addressed to Chief Dodo. And then 10 years later, they held a giant meeting with the 10th anniversary of New Coke. Goizueta, then the chairman, and put a positive spin on the failure and called New Coke a case of taking intelligent risks. We set out to change the dynamics of sugar colas in the United States, and we did exactly that, albeit not in the way we had planned. Yeah, we changed everything all right. Oh, my God. And by the way, for the record, and I guess you can still get Mexican Coke, or I think it may be still bottled the same way, but I'm telling you, as I'm an old fart, when we were kids, you could not take more than one or two glugga-gluggas out of a Coke bottle, or it would be coming out your nose.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper. You couldn't smell a Dr. Pepper when you opened it because it would make you just go nuts and sneeze.
I mean, not only the crispness of the Coke, but the fizziness. What do you call it? Not hibernation.
Carbonation.
Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable. You couldn't, if you tried to do 3 or 4 swallows in a row, honestly, you'd be burping like crazy, making right out your ears.
The funny, I was living with John Malchow was my roommate in San Diego, and we went out and bought every bottle of old Coke we could find, and filled our closet with it. And I'm telling you, we were down to the last bottle when they changed their mind and brought the old Coke back. We were about to have a big party and be sad, because the Coke was gone, and they announced they were bringing the old Coke back. And we went to England in 92. They were still serving the new Coke in the restaurants there.
Oh, the new Coke. They were still the new. Oh, really? Now, and by the way, the Coke they brought back as supposedly the old Coke is not the old Coke. The sugar's not the same. The carbonation's not the same. It's not old Coke. I mean, it's better than the new Coke, but it's not. And in fact, I'll drink cherry Coke. Or cherry Pepsi and stuff, but I don't have an allegiance to the Coke after. Well, I mean, I still like it, but I don't. It's not like a big deal.
Well, it mixes better with drinks better than anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything.
Yeah, and it's still the standard soft drink. I mean, that's it.
They brought back Mr. Pibb. I put even more caffeine in it.
More caffeine.
There's more caffeine in Mr. Pibb now.
I'm trying to remember that.
I like Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, it was always kind of like cough syrup, though, a little to me.
It was similar with Dr. Pepper.
Like Dr. Pepper, same thing.
It's a knockoff with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's that cinnamon flavor, so I'm not really a cinnamon.
Now, I heard a rumor
What's that?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say what my mom used to crush. Y'all remember Tab?
Oh, God. My mother and her stupid Tab.
Yeah.
And Fresca.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That Tab is horrible. That Tab ought to be illegal.
It's terrible.
Oh, God. And that stupid Fresca. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
One of the last. I didn't have a Fresca since I was a kid.
I know.
And when we went over to Shannon Burke's house that day.
Oh, yeah, God, for New Year's Eve, was it? 4th of July, I think it was.
How about a Fresca?
How about a Fresca? That was speaking of Shannon Burke. That was also the place where we were shooting off some fireworks, as I recall, and they were a little close to the neighbors' roofs. Yeah. And as I recall, there was a gendarme police officer knocked on the front door, and all I can remember saying is, "Don't let him in! Don't let him in the house!"
Didn't his
Go
welcome
outside.
His welcome mat said you have to have a warrant to get in or something.
I have a welcome mat that says, "Come back with a warrant." And I think he had the same one. Yeah, that was some party. That was pretty cool. Blowing off fireworks. Oh, my God. Anyway, that was fine. Now, Shannon will be joining us at 5 o'clock here for a few minutes down in Florida. Pete Davis, Holographic Sports, will be coming later, too. Flounder's here. Jeff's here. And it's only the Kimmer. 404-741-1230. All right, now here we go. Listen to this. Freaking Republicans. Why am I not surprised? Republicans helped the Democrats kill the Save America Act today. Again today. I'm looking at Mr. Froggy here. A cohort of Senate Republicans joined the Democrats to sink the overnight attempt to attach a version of voter ID and citizenship verification to the GOP bill funding federal immigration enforcement. Here are the names. We all know these names. Senator Tom Tillis, North Carolina. He's the slime bag. He's quit. Isn't he decide not to run again? He and Donald Trump. He hates Donald Trump and Republicans. He's just a slime bag. Tom Tillis voted no, along with the Democrats. Lisa Murkowski, freaking Alaska. You know what her excuse is? She says, well, I can't do anything involving anything because we have so many people in the wilderness out here that it's hard for them to have to go to a store to change anything. So she says, I'm not voting for anything because it's too hard on my people where they have to go do new stuff because they live out in nowhere. So she's always voting no for Republicans because of, she lives in Alaska. Gee, that's a good reason to screw your country. Susan Collins from Maine. Sounds like she really should be retiring. She voted no. Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, I'll be damned.
What a shot.
Yeah, voted against the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility SAVE Act this morning. Senate's marathon vote-orama. They could force votes on any number of amendments, regardless of whether they mesh with the budget blueprint. The amendment 48-50 failed. Republicans warned for weeks before launching the takeover to the SAVE Act. It didn't have support among GOPs to pass, and because of those people, it didn't. It appeared the doomed Majority Leader Tom Thune launched an oral filibuster. John Kennedy of Louisiana pushed his version, threatening to hold up the process. I mean, it's just, here we go. Here we go. In fact,
the will.
I heard last night going home, I heard Jesse Kelly, and he had the soundbite of the one of the leaders. I don't know if it was the governor. It might have been the governor of Indiana. It was either the governor or the Secretary of State or somebody in Indiana, and they were talking about the gerrymandering stuff going on and how the court now has ruled against. The Supreme Court of Virginia is going to have to rule now on the gerrymandering to make it 10-1 Democrat to Republican districts in Virginia. Okay, so the guy in Indiana was asked, well, Indiana, you can do that too. You can do the same thing that Texas did and that Georgia could do and some other states could do. And he said, well, that's just really not fair. We in Indiana, we tend to be kind of a fair people, and it just wouldn't be right to change the laws to have a lot more Republicans getting in districts because, the way they're doing it in Virginia is really wrong. It's really not right. And we in Indiana are people who don't like to do wrong things. So we think it would be wrong to try to help the American people by having more Republicans stay in control of the Congress. We don't really want to do what we think is really not a nice thing. Oh, really? So in other words, I mean, how about thinking about your country? If the Republicans lose control of the House, what's going to happen? And of course, they're never going to pass it unless they lose control of the Senate, and then we're doomed. We're literally doomed. And for the for the good of his own, he says, well, we don't like to raise things that we don't think are really right in Indiana. How about what's right for your country? We're trying to save the freaking nation. Look what happened the last 4 years. What they did to us. I honestly, I can't believe it. Yeah, the Republicans have lost sight of the freaking battle. There's a goal here.
Their goal is to keep their generational wealth for their families. That's what the McConnells and the Thunes and all those, that's all they care about is their own stuff. I don't get
Mitch McConnell and his contact with the Chinese, for God's sakes. Something really is fishy with that guy.
83% of the American public on both sides want voter ID. They are openly thwarting the will of the American people and need to be removed from office.
Yeah, you're right. Who doesn't want an ID to cast your vote?
Think of Malcolm X. Had a good line about that.
It's coming at 4:46. Kimmer, Pete's back, and Flounder and Jeff on the board, and it's Thursday, and it's beautiful, and Braves win, and we got spoil, we got everything. All right, here we go.
You've been warned. If the Dems win the midterms, the border opens back up. Impeachment comes down, and you get more riots in the streets. Now's the time to hunker down and vote red. Count on Extra 106.3 to bring you the stories that matter from the most trusted voices in the country. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family-owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Is your phone really more important than someone's life? When you take your eyes off the road, you're not just putting your life in danger. In fact, 2 out of 3 people killed in distracted driving crashes in Georgia were not the distracted driver. It could have been a family, a college student, a little girl. So when you're tempted to scroll, don't pick up. Think heads up. You never know whose life you could save.
Sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. 870-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
I always thought David Bowie was a little weird, kind of disjointed or something, like using a lot of sharps in his music as opposed to flats or something. 1983, David Bowie, 3 weeks at number one in Britain with a Nile Rodgers-produced Let's Dance. The radio, the title track made number one in America. And the singles chart along with China Girl. David Bowie, 1983. Oh, my. David. Our Skipper Pete's back. We'll do Holy Crap at Sports tomorrow. Shannon Burke at 5. Flounder's here. Jeff's here on the board. And our birthday list includes that naughty little Valerie Bertinelli. Everybody I know had a crush on that chubby little girl. She's the perfect example of a squeezer. She looks happy and sweet, and I'll bet she just loves to walk in and light up a room. You know, I mean, that was the attitude that I had toward that girl, Valerie Bertinelli, who is 66 today. She, of course, was Barbara on the original One Day at a Time. She has a baby named Wolfgang, which came with Eddie Van Halen's marriage. It's her ex-husband. She played Melanie on Hot in Cleveland, and the Angel sidekick Gloria on Touched by an Angel, and of course One Day at a Time. Also, Valerie Bertinelli, at 66 years old today, had breast implants which she took out. And in fact, there's a lot of stories, and I know of some women who have taken them out for lots of different reasons. And if you have an issue with them, then you know what they're talking about. Valerie Bertinelli had breast implants, and they were a problem. She took them out, and then she had a horrible problem with the reaction. She got infections that were really horrible, and she had, I was reading something like 4 or 5 or 6 more surgeries to try to correct what the problem had done to her. Something really, really bizarre. But anyway, happy birthday. Valerie Bertinelli is 66 years old today. And Mr. Phone just went dark on me. Here we go. On this day in history, 1896, the Vitascope demonstrated at a New York music hall, projecting a movie onto a wall using an electric light. Thomas Edison's single-viewer kinetoscope was profitable, but Edison recognized that single-viewer films are coming to an end. The future was for films projected to large audiences. There were 2 French brothers who had demonstrated their projector. It was a hit in Europe. Edison wanted to capture the U.S. market before the French guys came over and did it with their projector, so he bought the manufacturing rights to the Phantoscope, renamed it the Vitascope, and began exhibiting it across the United States starting on this day in 1896, and the world was off to the movies. Edison later used his fame and fortune to torture small animals for fun and profit. 4:54 here, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. By the way, I have been keeping track of Farmer Wants a Wife. I don't know whether you guys are following that series. Flounder's not following. Mrs. Flounder not interested in romance. Now, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, Veronica's a sweet and happy romantic.
We like to watch. What is it? She likes Survivor, Traders. For her, it's more or less just kind of decompressing after work. She doesn't want to watch anything serious or anything like that, so she kind of likes the Survivor and things like that.
Well, this is again
Mormon wives. She likes the Mormon wives thing.
By the way, are they all I've seen like one are they all like real? I mean,
some of them are in. I mean, it's awkward show,
cheating and affair.
I mean, all that stuff's in there.
By the way, do they have any attractive ones? I haven't. I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway.
No.
That's not like a religious thing where you cannot be attractive to be. Right, that's not a thing. I was just checking.
Moving along.
Sorry.
There's a show on Netflix where they have a bunch of people at a resort. And one of them is a millionaire, but they keep moving the money around, and they have to guess who the millionaire is.
Yeah, we watched that one too.
It's pretty good.
But if you guess, then what, do you win it? Or
no. So what happens is
it a dating thing? You mean?
Well, no. The person, there's 10 or 11 people, and one is picked with the money, and they either want to be the person that has it, or they don't. So they're given options to where they can try and scoot it off to somebody else if they win a certain game and stuff like that. So it's kind of entertaining.
I'll be damned. Well, there you are. That's right. 4:56 already. Holy cow. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Let's see. We mentioned that the 4 Republican senators have now stabbed America in the back so that they could vote no for the Voting and ID Act. And also today, Donald Trump has a bone to pick with the suspected child molester Chuck Schumer. Donald Trump says he wants an urgent apology from Schumer, who said on the Senate floor that nobody respects Border Patrol or ICE. Donald Trump replied, "Wow, crying Chuck Schumer just said for the whole world to hear nobody respects Border Patrol or ICE? That's one of the most egregious, incorrect, unpatriotic, and dangerous statements I have ever heard from a professional politician." Trump says he must immediately apologize to these great patriots, and I mean now. Well, we don't stop there. Homeland Security Chief Mark Wayne Mullen lashed out at that little slimy suspected child molester as well, saying nobody respects you. It makes my ears red, said Mullen. It takes a lot of people and things to get me upset, but Chuck Schumer, no one respects you. The definition of a lying scumbag politician, that's you. You'd be the definition if you Googled it right now. I mean, why don't you just come out and be honest with the American people? You want open borders. Schumer's comments insulting to officers out there protecting you. We're at a critical mass. Democrats continue playing political theater because I guess Schumer, the leader, said it best. No one respects ICE and Border Patrol. That's absolutely false and a lie. I mean, these freaking people, and that's why they do it all day long. And by the way, Schumer gets there with an empty Senate chamber so he can put himself on TV. There's nobody else there. It's a publicity stunt.
The whole thing is theater.
It is exactly what it is. God, it's 4:58. We got a Flounder's Funny, and then we got Holy Crap of Sports after Shannon Burke joins us here shortly. Jeff, what do you got? One more Flounder's Funny there for you.
I see this a lot on menus, a half sandwich and soup. It's a weird thing to make. If you order a half sandwich and soup, you're not ready to eat yet.
You're not.
Just wait, man. Weird thing to make. What do they do with the other half of the sandwich? Are you guys going to throw that out? Because I'll eat that too. Just put it on the plate. Don't chuck it. It's probably the chef came up with that. You know, he's probably hungry one day. I got a new idea for the menu. A half sandwich and soup. Half a sandwich? Well, how do you make it? Well, I make a whole sandwich. And I cut it in half, and I put that on the plate, and then you eat it. Well, what do you do with the other half? Well, I'll eat it, probably.
And who's that?
I forget his name. I'll get it when we're back.
That's right. Don't worry about it.
That's my fault.
Shannon Burke, we got a name we remember coming up. Pete Davis is back, too, and it's looking good, feeling good. Everything's going to be fine. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board coming up on 5 o'clock on 106.3. Big Brave story, too, and draft tonight, and it's all coming your way. Look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
President Trump says, "Don't rush me." On Lisa Brady, Fox News, in a series of posts and in the Oval Office, insisting Iran wants to make a deal and that they're the ones under pressure.
We have been speaking to them, but they don't even know who's leading the country. They're in turmoil.
He says the U.S. has total control of the Strait of Hormuz as a U.S. blockade of Iranian ports continues, and that he's the one who kept it closed after Iran agreed to reopen it.
I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time. We have plenty of time, and I want to get a great deal. I want to get a deal where our nation and the world is safe from lunatics with nuclear weapons.
For now, a ceasefire continues with Iran condemning the U.S. blockade. Iranian officials have demanded an end to that in order for talks to resume. The president calls now former Navy Secretary John Phelan a wonderful guy, telling reporters he really liked him, but that he's had some conflicts with other people, mainly about new ships. War Secretary Pete Hegseth fired Phelan yesterday after recently firing the Army chief.
Hegseth has fired nearly 34 military officers, including 4-star generals and admirals, since arriving at the Pentagon 15 months ago. The new acting head of the Navy is a Hegseth loyalist. Undersecretary Hung Cao, a 25-year Navy combat veteran who ran unsuccessful campaigns for the U.S. Senate and House in Virginia.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. A mass shooting at the Mall of Louisiana turns deadly. Just getting word one person was killed, 9 others injured. Baton Rouge Police Chief T.J. Morse says it started during an argument in the mall food court.
As we start developing suspects, we're going to run down every single lead that we can to get these people in custody. But it does not appear to be just a random act of violence, but a very targeted kind of disagreement between two groups of people.
No word yet of any arrests. America is listening to Fox News.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Here she comes.
Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop! Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations! Also, there's a beehive outside your store! And they're super aggressive! There's thousands of them!
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise? Saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired! Gross!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Get it together, ladies. Left shoulder. Right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Pete Davis who's back and Flounder and Jeff on the board. Hold on a minute. I hear the sounds of Florida magnificence. Could it be?
Is it Florida magnificence?
It's Shannon Burke. It's Shannon Burke. How's it going, man?
There you go.
Ding dong, ding dong. Come on in, shake a howdy, little darling.
How you guys doing?
Well, we are eager to be happy and with life and on the right side of the grass. And Pete Davis is feeling better after major surgery and all.
Pete, how are you, buddy? What's happening?
I'm doing well, thank you, sir.
Good. I'm glad.
In fact,
to hear that.
Shannon Burke, we were just talking about you and a little event that happened at your house when we were shooting off some fireworks at one time.
Yes.
And the gendarmes showed up and you kept yelling, "Don't let him in the house."
I recall
Don't let him in.
I recall I had one of those front patio welcome mats that said, "Come back with a warrant."
Yeah, come back. I've got one too. I've got one in my front door today as we speak.
The cop got a kick out of it. Yeah, that was.
Anyway, how's it going, man? What's up? What do you think?
Going pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Southern Poverty Law Center.
Oh man, what a joke! We knew they were fishy a long.
I didn't know they were this fishy, but I'm not shocked by it when they start putting. like there's a Muslim lady who came from Somalia who experienced a genital mutilation, and she was in America now speaking out against genital mutilation, saying that it was a radical Islamic thing. She gets put on the hate list for being anti or being Islamophobic.
Yeah, it's but
she's a Muslim.
Charlie Kirk, Turning Point, where yeah,
they put him on the list. 3 months later, he's assassinated.
Yeah. And, of course, then they, pay the Ku Klux Klan and the hate groups to cause the problem. Charlottesville, they made $130 million off of that one.
Yeah. And they pay the guy $70,000 or $75,000 or something like that. The guy that organized it. And then it turned into a huge anti-Trump, thing. That's where the Fine People hoax was born. Yeah. Still lives among idiot morons today.
Yeah. In fact, I heard, again, they had Democratic candidates and Carmela's side piece. Yeah. I said the very same thing. Absolutely.
Biden said that's the whole reason he decided to run for president in the first place.
Yeah. What a joke. I mean, just, disgusting. Anti-America, the treason, and these are traitors. All these, it's unbelievable.
And then before it comes out, word of it, starts to spread, and Atlantic does a Kash Patel hit piece. Other people told he's a horrible alcoholic who spends every night in a bar and he misses work, and they wanted to fill out a form now to see if he's an alcoholic or not.
They can't stop. They'll never stop. And if they take the House, if they take Congress again, of course they'll never get anywhere if the Senate stays there. But still, I'm nervous about the Senate too. 4 of our traitors, McConnell, Collins, Tillis, and Murkowski, today went along with the Democrats to kill the Save ID Voting Act on the amendment they were making for the ICE things. It figures. It's typical. Republicans, we deserve to get killed. We deserve to lose. As long as we have people who are more concerned with their own petard getting roasted than they are for the benefit of their own freaking country. It's disgraceful.
Yeah. Speaking of getting roasted, do you see Trump plans on attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner Saturday night?
Yeah, and they've have 250 reporters are hoping that the White House Association of Journalists will make him feel very uncomfortable and unwelcome. These are reporters trying to get back the freedom of the press. They're the ones who ruined it the last 8 years.
Right.
God.
Right. I'm wondering how he's going to handle it. He can go 2 ways, I think. He can shock them with a little bit of humility and self-deprecating humor, or he could come out and go scorched earth and talk about each one of their divorces and how they cheated on their spouses, and how their kids are idiots, that type of stuff.
In fact, a little while ago, we carried him live. He was at the White House about 4:45 or so. We carried him live for a while, and as it turned out, he had the opportunity. There were 2 different reporters, and he said, "You're a disgrace. You're just shameful." I'm going, "Oh man!" And like 2 of me called out, you fake media people like you're the worst there is. You're just a shameful disgrace. Oh man! On the other hand, there were a lot of reporters out. If you've noticed it, oh my. I'm sorry, he just came in the room. I must be. God, she's a model. I swear to God, she's a model. That he's complaining that the reporters have been out to get him from the very beginning. But now I think he's got a lot of reporters. He has all these public meetings almost every day. Yeah. And I think an awful lot of these reporters really like him. They have a lot of guys who are part of the team now. So who knows? I don't know how this is going to go.
There is unprecedented access to this president.
Yeah. No leader in the world has ever been an open government like this. Anybody in the history of the planet, any country in the world.
Most transparent ever. How many times a week or is there a gaggle in the Oval to listen to him and ask him questions, which he answers?
And frequently, it's more than once a day. If he has a meeting or an announcement, then he opens it up to the questions of the press afterward. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's sad.
And amazing that changed him in. And world affairs, it's just, no one's ever seen a buzzsaw like this guy.
No.
In public. He's right there for everybody to see.
I hope he goes scorched earth, but it'll only make things worse.
Yeah. Is anybody covering it live, I wonder?
I don't know that it's normally, probably, what's the...
I don't think they've ever...
the channel that...
I don't know whether they dare. It might. I wonder if that gets a little.
The one that takes phone calls on TV. What's the name of that network?
Not C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
Oh, C-SPAN. Yeah, C-SPAN.
Yeah. That's about all they got going for them. So since Swalwell is out, California's, I watched some clips from that debate last night.
Oh, man.
It doesn't matter what the answer is. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the question is. The answer starts with Trump is such a racist.
Trump?
That he did that. That's the answer.
Danger to our democracy. If I hear that one more time. We don't have a democracy, by the way.
Meanwhile, California taxpayers are ponying up money for a new NGO. Last week, there was a story, I think, from the San Francisco Chronicle. They went around to homeless shelters in that area and found one homeless shelter that specialized in illegal trans people. And that was all they had in there. And an NGO was bringing them in, and Medi-Cal, CalMed, or Medi-Cal, whichever it is, their state Medicare, funds all of their treatments and surgeries and pills and hormones and everything. And now we found out there's a new one today. It's called Oasis Legal Services. They are an NGO, and they are a taxpayer-funded group that works on. They bring in only illegal aliens with HIV/AIDS. Only illegal aliens with HIV/AIDS into the United States. But, we don't care about public health here. And by the way, about 5 years ago, I think, or maybe a little bit longer, California passed a bill that says you no longer have to tell someone you've got HIV/AIDS.
Before you have sex with them, you don't have to tell them.
You don't have to tell them. You don't have to.
What the hell is going on?
I mean, they will not bring you into the country unless you've got HIV or AIDS.
And then you get special treatment with taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 99% taxpayer funded.
These NGOs, I thought we learned about NGOs from the USAID program and the Doge investigations of the federal government. I can't believe it.
Well, they're calling it an NGO, but it's a GO. There's no two ways about it. When they're only funding, 99% comes from a government. You are a government organization. I got news for you.
Unbelievable.
The
fraud in this country, and we could find it and stop it if they would just do it.
What do you think the reason is that Democrats get upset when someone points out mass fraud in their state? Why are they so? I would be elated. Thank you. Thank you for finding this. Now we'll get on top of it and find out where we drop the ball, change the way we do things, heighten oversight a little bit. But thanks for bringing it to our attention. The lady that's the head of the California Hospice Association.
There's another one. Scandal. Good.
Well,
Lord.
she's part of the good side of hospice, the real ones. And she said in their investigation, they found hospices that were in burrito stands and tire shops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a doorway with a number on the address.
Yeah. You only need an address for the checks to show up from the federal government.
Unbelievable.
And they find out because no one ever dies.
Wow, that's one hell of a hospice joint you got over there. Haven't lost a patient in 10 years.
Oh, God. It really is. It's worse than a scandal. It's, cold-blooded.
Yeah.
It's just to keep people supporting them.
Yeah, and then you've got Spanberger in Virginia violating, 7 tenets of their own state constitution in order to rig the upcoming midterms.
10-1 Democrat to Republican, but she's going to get away with it because the Virginia Supreme Court is totally liberal. So I doubt very much they're going to support the district court that blocked it, and now it's going to go to the Virginia Supreme Court, and I bet you that they're going to allow her to continue doing it, overturn the district court.
They're clear violations of their constitution.
I know.
It's black and white. You're supposed to get a 90-day public notice. Is required by their constitution. They didn't do that. The verbiage in the vote itself was misleading and confusing. All of it.
Special circumstances, though, Shannon. They get away with everything. It's just, they can't stop. Lawfare, judge fair.
Yeah.
This country's never seen this stuff before.
They seem shocked that a district judge would rule on something like that. I'm like, hey, welcome to the party. We have some similar experiences on our side of the aisle, anywhere.
I don't like that. It makes me mad.
How you feeling about the midterms now, you guys?
I was feeling pretty good until I just heard a survey today, and I'm not sure how to believe. I think it was an AP, that could be wrong, but a national survey, and it showed that that Donald Trump's MAGA supporting base is still, like 90% on the wagon with him. However, male voters who voted for Trump last time have dropped their support like in half. Hispanic voters have dropped their support for Donald Trump significantly. And the two biggest issues on for the all voters are prices and the economy. And with that, I paid $5.20 a gallon for gas yesterday.
You buy
Shell station.
the premium stuff.
I
right?
have to get high test in my car. Yeah. So so that scares me. Donald Trump's. Yeah. If you look at what he's done, the accomplishments, what he did just from last summer, bombing the Iranian thing and the nuclear stuff, and with world peace and ending the wars, all the things he's done in his first year are unbelievable. The Gaza Strip, getting involved. Everything that nobody else is going to do, and he's done it. And all these accomplishments, and yet they're going to say, well, eggs are back up again, and it's too expensive to buy bread and gasoline, so I'm going to vote for the other guy, which would be a disaster. Don't they know that there's no better alternative? The Democrat is not a better alternative.
Well, they don't know that. They don't even care.
I know.
They just want to get back to the business of destroying the country.
I'm nervous about it. Something better happen this summer, I'll tell you that.
What do you think is going to have to happen? Iran's going to have to be wrapped up.
Well, we're going to wrap that up and get the oil flowing again, and get when gas prices drop, $1 a gallon or something, and the food prices. That's one thing that seems harder to fix because of suppliers and chains and international stuff and where we get our produce and things like. That seems like a harder problem to fix on the short term. But if he could do something to fix the price of food over the summer, then I think he's got a really good chance of keeping everything. I don't know. It's scary.
They scream about $4 gas. We're about $3.90 here for regular these days. Just came down, but $4 gas under Biden would be a wet dream.
Yeah, I know. But again, they forget those little stickers. Biden did this on the gas pumps. Remember those?
Yeah, I had a whole stack of those things. You kidding me? Every time I gassed up.
Biden did this. All right.
So, what is your opinion on the? I don't know. It's 11 or 12 UFO scientists, researchers.
Another one was found burned in his car or something.
Yeah.
They say now
one of them killed himself recently, a year after he said, "I am not suicidal."
I know.
So my question is it the aliens doing this, or is it there's some goal? Were they all about to drop dime on the feds and little green men, or that we had to stop this immediately, or what?
This is literally a Netflix program called Three Body Problem, where the aliens kill our scientists.
Really? There's a Netflix show on this?
It's called a show, Three Body Problem. And it's a lot of people from Game of Thrones behind it. And it's pretty good. You have to think. But it's basically the aliens want to take over, but they have to kill our scientists first.
Wow.
It reminds me of that movie from the 80s, Who's Killing the Great Chefs of Europe? Remember that?
Oh, I never saw it, but I remember the title.
I forget how it ended.
You know what? It's a mystery. It'd be hard to believe that it's all coincidence, and there's not one thing related to another. That would be surprising to me. But again, what's the possible link? If it isn't UFOs, it's got to be another country trying to kill off our scientists. I don't know how you could fit that into a scenario. So I can't explain it. I don't know.
I can't either, but it's a little, the beginning I was like, when it was like 6 or so, or then it's like 11 or 12, and then, there are weird circumstances to them, and then I start thinking, what's going on here?
What if that number grows? What if it's all of a sudden like 24, and then 31 of them are like, wait a minute now.
What if the guy with the keys to Area 51, he's gone, no one can get in there anymore?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Mercy.
Well,
I don't know.
Enjoy the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I'm going to make sure that I catch the best
It's being carried on
parts of it.
Fox News.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, my
It'll
God.
be carried on Fox News.
This is going to be great.
It's going to be a battle. There might be punches thrown.
We'll see.
Trump might get so frustrated he gets up and leaves halfway through the meatloaf course, and God knows what's going to happen.
We'll see. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be on TV live, so that's cool.
Hell yeah! When the news got around, he's going to show up. I bet more people. Hey, we better carry this live. It's liable to be a real barn burner.
I love it.
Boys. It's
Shannon
a pleasure.
Burke.
Pete, good to hear you back, buddy, and you're feeling good.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's good to be back.
Yes, indeed. For all of us, that's for sure.
Penis reduction surgeries are very painful.
Yeah, but he saved the rest of it for sale later on eBay, I think. So if anybody's in the market.
All right, fellas. Always great
Shannon
to hear
Burke,
from
thanks,
you.
man. Hi, Semper Fi, hi to everybody. Come up here on that motorcycle one day. We'll go riding. Shannon Burke and the gang down in Florida. 5:20 here with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder and Jeff on the board. And here we go. On this day, day in 1635, the Boston Latin School is founded, still operating today, the oldest public school in America. Boston Latin, 1635. And now he's back. Holy crap at sports with Pete Davis.
Yeah, let's see how long this lasts here. Braves win 7-2 in D.C. They took 3 out of 4 up there.
Wow.
They still have not lost a series. The only team that has not lost a series.
Yeah, the only team in Major League Baseball has not lost a series this year, as I recall. Wow.
You know, it's funny. Siri, who wouldn't answer me all night, has suddenly decided to start talking in the middle of the damn sports
What'd she say?
thing here.
What you got for
Seriously, it's just, she says, start using ChatGPT. I will never use ChatGPT, so you can stuff it, Siri, and shut up and let me do my thing. Anyway. I tried to get her to answer something all morning. She wouldn't do it, so I went to Grok, which is what I should do always. Anyway.
Yeah, I use Grok.
J.R. Ritchie started. Now, last night, Didier Fuentes came up as the rookie, his first start. And he struck out a lot, 6 or 7 guys. He gave up some hits and, and all that. But they ended up winning the game.
Yeah.
And he looked good. J.R. Ritchie came up, his first start. These are the 2 big guys we got coming up with their arms, right?
Yeah.
J.R. Ritchie came up. This is his first pitch as a major league pitcher.
First pitch in the bottom of the first inning. James Wood swings, and it's a high fly ball to deep right field, back to the seats, and that's gone.
Oh, boy.
And the first pitch thrown in the big leagues by J.R. Ritchie lands in the seats, and it's 1-0 Washington.
Yeah, welcome to the majors, kid.
But that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
You want a pre-disaster something, and this is what happened. He gave up that home run, but then he went on 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and got the win.
There you go. Well, they've come up. It's outstanding.
Ozzie Albies had a good day. 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, and this nugget of joy.
The 0-1 pitch. Ozzie sends one soaring high and deep to right field. Wood going to go back to the wall, and he's going to watch it go. Ozzie Albies with a bomb to right, and it's 7-2 Braves in the 9th.
And, of course, both those calls, Ben Ingram there on 680 The Fan, sister station. Ben is the best on these things.
Yes, he is.
Lee and Carrasco finished the game. Drake Baldwin, by the way, let me give you some stats about Drake Baldwin, the rookie. Mark Bowman put this out, has 7 home runs. That's Major League Baseball leading 26 runs scored he has.
Wow.
A Brave with 30-plus hits, 25-plus runs, and 20-plus RBIs through the first 25 games. Drake Baldwin, Chipper Jones, Hank Aaron, Rico Cardi, and Eddie Matthews.
Wow.
3 of those guys in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, he seems like such a down-to-earth guy, and he doesn't seem like he's a kid. He doesn't seem like a young. He just started. I mean, he's really new, and he just seems like an old pro and a tough guy, and he just goes about his business. He's not showy or anything or complaining. I mean, he just seems like a really solid kid, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good for him.
Hockey player.
Yeah, hockey player. Yep, that's right.
That's good stuff there. By the way, they come back. The Phillies are in town over the weekend. I'm just checking. The Phillies were way back in Wrigley today. They came back and tied it. The Cubs have just walked it out in the bottom of the 10th.
Ooh,
so the Phillies have now lost, 7, 8 in a row, something like that? 9, I don't know. I can't lose track. Because the Mets just cracked their 12-game losing streak last night.
Yeah.
But they lost Francisco Lindor. He's got a calf strain.
Boy.
Juan Soto comes back, and then Lindor goes out. So the Mets' troubles continue there. The Hawks have another game tonight in, State Farm against the Knickerbockers.
Excellent.
It's tied 1 apiece. The Hawks took the second game up in Madison Square Garden by 1 point, overcame a 14-point deficit.
Yeah.
So tonight, check it out. You'll, of course, be there.
Quanisha's got a couple of seats, so I'll be wandering over there later.
She's got connections,
Yes, she does.
Hard to get the playoff tickets.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
All right, the NFL draft is tonight. As far as we know, the Falcons up to now do not have a first-round pick, but they did get some good news. First of all, the Babylon Bee. Nation excitedly gathers for annual tradition of seeing whose career will be killed by the Cleveland Browns.
with a fourth
Anyway,
pick.
so Falcons edge rusher James Pierce Jr., who was in a heap of trouble, has agreed to enter an intervention program which will allow him to avoid trial on felony charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, fleeing police, and resisting arrest, along with misdemeanor stalking. The young lady that he was doing this to has agreed to this.
Wow.
So this is basically the textbook of a famous person
covering up
or
an athlete.
somewhat getting special.
Now,
treatment.
who's this guy? Again, tell us who this guy is for people who aren't maybe familiar with our lineups here.
Falcons traded up last year to get him out of Tennessee. People were critical, but he and Jalen Walker just combined to get kick butt, 20-plus sacks and all that. He's a big piece of the future. Now, we don't know how many games he's going to be suspended. So we'll see how long that goes on that. But it looks like he will be coming back maybe this season, maybe half the season. We don't know yet. But the NFL draft, which I believe is in, Pittsburgh tonight?
I believe so. All
right. Well, so we got that going for him, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I had to throw at you right now.
Well, I got to. In fact, speaking of the draft, how about this? The story this morning I saw about Carson Beck. And some of the so-called experts are saying, in fact, Sports Illustrated guy says that some teams in the NFL believe that Carson Beck is a bit of a loner and that there's a sense that he's kind of a villain. The first round takes place Pittsburgh tonight. He threw for almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Carson Beck from Miami reached the national game championship. But some NFL people say he's a smooth, talented, smart, maybe the smartest kid in the class, but personality is tough. I wouldn't touch him, says one NFC coordinator. I wouldn't touch him. When they mentioned his persona, he said the quarterback had a really good year. Big, very smart kid, prepared for the neck up, big arm, marginal athlete, but he's got the ability to navigate the pocket. He plays with it himself, but he's capable. But the floor is a good backup. Be surprised if he's a low-end starter. But they're worried about his attitude. And again, remember they were talking about the time when his team was struggling, and instead of going around and trying to pep him up and cheer him up and everything, get him going, he just kind of sulked over by himself. And isn't much of a team leader type of guy. But I don't know. Again, that's what they're saying about that stuff. Also, Pete Davis, hold on. We got a couple of other things. In fact, this gives me a chance to see whether or not Jeff has been part of the new Kimmer bingo card repeating for the new guys who joined the team. Have I mentioned Dolph Shays to you, Jeff?
Not that I remember.
Well, good. Did I get to do it one more time?
You'd remember.
Because on this day in 1950, the Minneapolis Lakers beat the Syracuse Nationals 4-2 for the first NBA championship in America. 1950 on this day, it's the Syracuse Nationals, the Syracuse Nats, which I used to go watch, included Dolph Shays, their hero, with a two-handed set shot, and he came to the birthday party of Frankie Perkins, who was about 10 years old on my Little League baseball team, and I went to his birthday party, and Dolph Shays his family hired Dolph Shays to show up, and I'm playing catch and basketball with Dolph Shays of the Syracuse Nats.
Jeff, I want you to mark this on your bingo card because you will hear this man's name mentioned
Dolph
100
Shays.
more times.
Dolph Shays.
Here's your trivia question.
Yeah.
What did the Syracuse Nationals become?
I used to know this and I forgot. Maybe I didn't know it. I don't know.
The 76ers.
Well, there you are. I don't think I remembered that. Excellent. Well, there you are. A little bit of trivia. And one more, another sports thing, and this is a big one here too, Pete Davis. On this day in 1954, big one. Hank Aaron knocks one out of the park, his first major league homer. 1954. 20 years later, Hank Aaron becomes the new home run king, breaking the record, 714. Mobile, Alabama native, professional career in 1952 in the Negro League. Joined the Milwaukee Braves in 1954, 8 years after Jackie Robinson integrated baseball. Hank Aaron, well, I didn't know this. Hank Aaron was the last Negro League player to compete in the majors. I'll be darned. I don't think I hadn't realized that. Hank Aaron played his first game with the Braves April 13th, went on hitless in his 5 times at bat. 2 days later, he got his first hit, a single in the game against the St. Louis Cardinals. And on this day in 1954, pounded out his first Major League home run off the Cardinals pitcher Vic Rasky.
And said he would have signed with the Giants for about $50 more, but the Braves outbid. Can you imagine an outfield of Willie Mays and Hank Aaron?
Yeah, wow. And Hank Aaron was, he had, doubles, and I mean, he just did everything. Hank Aaron was
all-time, RBI runs
leader.
And RBIs, and he was just a machine.
One after another, and he was kind enough to sign a baseball for my daughter Jennifer too, among all of his other things.
We didn't appreciate him as kids. We didn't realize the greatness we were watching at the time. We really didn't.
No, I believe I know that's true because for one thing, he wasn't a show off, rabble rousing, Me Too, big time Charlie guy like major stars of today, flashy at all. And so he just kind of did his business, and I think we definitely did not give him his due respect along the way. I know that. I'm sure that's true. Anyway, so there you go. And hell, that's enough. I got sports. Pete Davis, now you got to go crash. All right, good night, Pete Davis. So hopefully see you again tomorrow. We didn't wear you out too much. Thanks, man, and be careful out there. And our best to Sweet Lori, taking care of business. 5:31 here on 106.3. All right, how you doing? Look out. Here we go.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Is your grass growing like crazy? Stay ahead of that lawn work and step up your mowing game with an Exmark mower. Exmarks are built tough, cut clean, and make quick work of Georgia grass. Don't just mow like a pro this cutting season. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers today. Swing by, check them out, and take the hassle out of mowing this season. Exmark and Howard Brothers, ready for whatever Georgia grass throws at you.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future, work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. 1995, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800, 4, relief.
Now, don't forget, if you're going away for the summer or an extended vacation or something, you want to protect your stuff, not just from floods or fire or thieves and stuff, but, things like when I lost my wallet, at least for a while, the stuff I needed, like information things, you need to keep in someplace safe, and that's where Atlanta Safe House comes in. Atlanta Safe House, they have that new location now, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And they got 500 of them right there, and the big safes and little safes, jewelry safes and pistol safes and gun safes and safes to handle bows and arrows and, special secret drawers. And, they can install it anywhere you want, upside down in a ceiling, I suppose, if you really wanted it that way. And protecting your rights as well as they protect your stuff. They're not going to give out your master reset code. If you have a broken safe or you need something set, they can fix that and take care of it for you, too. And don't forget, if you have like a convention coming up or in a sales thing and you need to keep your stuff safe and sound, Atlanta Safe House, they've got it all. Check out deals all over the place. More safes than anybody you've seen around this area. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about him. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with him every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru. From Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies. Like the Subaru Crosstrek, with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space. Or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies. And if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Stones, look out. Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder, and Jeff on the board. Pete's taking a well-deserved break after joining us for all day long up until now and getting over his surgery. Andy Warhol in the news with Rolling Stones on this day in 1971, in a way. The Rolling Stones released their classic album Sticky Fingers in Britain, their first release on their own label, Atlantic Records. The cover was designed by Andy Warhol. Brown Sugar, they paid him $15,000 for the effort. The LP sleeve featured a close-up of a pair of jeans with a working zipper. widely assumed to be that of Mick Jagger. The crotch photographed for the cover was actually that of actor Joe D'Alessandro. I have no idea why, but anyway, Rolling Stones. And by the way, we mentioned earlier, Rolling Stone magazine has come out with a list of the 50 greatest bands of all time, and the Rolling Stones are listed as number 2. And we earlier mentioned some of the bands that were surprisingly listed and also some that were not. Let's get to the phones. John, you're on the radio. Thanks for calling, John. Welcome. What do you think?
Hey, Cameron. I'm a little biased. My second cousin is the bass player for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, are you serious? Oh my God! You're now. Do you know him? Are you close with him? And I mean, that's cool.
You know what? When I was a jarhead and stationed out at Pendleton, I got to know him out there.
Oh, I'll be damned, Camp Pendleton. Oh man, going into Oceanside on for the 25-cent bus ride back in the day, and waiting 2 hours in line to get in to watch a movie theater and get booed by the townies. Oh my God.
Yeah, he lives out in Carlsbad out there. So
well, I'll
anyway,
be darned.
They should have been a top 50. You know.
I'm sorry. Say again.
I said they should have been in the top 50 bands at least. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and are they even on here? I'm trying to remember.
They're not.
They're not on the list of the Rolling Stone magazine list of the 50 greatest bands. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers are not on here. Fleetwood Mac is not on here. Who are some of the others we mentioned? I forgot. Flounder, you remember? He's working with Jeff in there. I'm trying to remember some of the other really big bands that were not listed on the Rolling Stones list. We got John talking about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Chicago wasn't on there. He makes a good one about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Did he ever? John, are you still with us?
I am.
Yeah. Did he ever talk to you about how he got the job and being with a band and what it's like? And I mean, the roadies. I mean, it must have been an unbelievable experience having. Are you close enough with him to get kind of the inside information stuff and big stories and everything?
I got to know him a little bit, and then he got to pull the curtain back a little bit. He has a studio in his house, and he had some of the other bandmates over and played, and that kind of thing. So it was really cool to get to see it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, again, I can't believe their choices. They have Primal Scream in front of Creedence Clearwater Revival, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Allman Brothers at 45, Public Enemy's 44.
Crazy.
Stone Roses is 34. AC/DC and Black Sabbath are down the list from that. Sex Pistols. Anyway, I mean, it's amazing.
Sorry, I didn't. So I won Hank Williams Jr. tickets a few weeks ago.
Oh,
you guys.
Cool, excellent, outstanding. How was it?
I didn't get my pregame invitation to your house.
That's right. It was up at the amphitheater. Hell, actually, I would have been very happy to have a beer for you. You could have parked your car in my driveway, and you could have walked to it. I wouldn't have minded. And next time, again, let me know when you can park your car in my driveway, and I'll give you a beer, and you can walk over to the concert next time they're up there. So, anyway, I'm sorry I missed you, man. That'd be cool. Anyway, John.
Well, it's in June.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, well, here we go. All right, keep in touch. I'm serious. Save you a parking trip or something and walk the rest of the way. I love it.
Awesome.
John
Thank you
Shepard,
so much.
Thanks, man. Good to talk to you. I appreciate it. Nice story. 543, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. A couple of birthday things here. We'll do a couple of sports birthday things here in honor of Pete. Again, Pete really gutted it out. Again, he's obviously worn down from everything, and he lasted almost the whole damn show. So tomorrow we'll hopefully takes it easy, but he'll be here as long as he can, and that'll be great. Pete's birthdays include Andrew Jones of our own Atlanta Braves. Andrew Jones is 47 today. Chloe Kim, the gold medalist chickie, is 26. Didn't she just get linked with somebody romantically? Chloe Kim is like some big giant football player or something, I think.
Probably.
And she's like 5'1", 80 pounds or something. Chloe Kim, I think, gold medal Olympic winner. I think she just got linked up with some famous football player or something. I'll probably check that out later. And John Cena, or is it Cena? Cena, 49, every bit as hated as he is loved. The face of WWE, makes millions off his acting career. He's the number one wish granter of all time for Make-A-Wish, which is nice. On the other hand, he also believes that we should support Red China because it makes actors a lot of money, which I don't really appreciate too much anyway. So, and let's see. A couple of quick history things here. Yeah, let's see. Also, speaking of sports, 1964, Ken Johnson of the Houston Colt 45s becomes the first pitcher to throw a no-hitter and lose the game. The Colt 45s were a baseball team, Houston's baseball team. 1964, this guy, Ken Johnson, threw a no-hitter. The Colt 45s lost 1-0 to the Cincinnati Reds because of an error in the ninth inning on his team, and let the Reds shot a no-hitter and still lost the game. And on this day in 1914, Wrigley Field opened in Chicago. Jeff, have you heard my Wrigley Field story?
Yes, I have.
Okay, never mind that.
Thank God.
The Wrigley Field opening 1914, the first team to play the Chicago Whales in the now-defunct Federal League. The Cubs played their first game in Wrigley Field in 1916 after the so-called Whales folded. So there you go. Anyway, Kimmer and Pete will be back tomorrow, and Flounder and Jeff is on the board here. It's already comes 5:46 already. Another Flounder's Funny coming up. Also, some sad news. If you ever have watched Storage Wars, this was really shocking and very, very sad, and we'll tell you about it coming up next with Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff on the board. Like here.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hey Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Get ready, Atlanta. April 24th through 26th, the Mitsubishi Electric Classic, presented by Vinsure, returns to TPC Sugarloaf. See PGA Tour champions legends compete up close in a world-class tournament experience packed with action and unforgettable moments. Bring your friends and be part of one of Atlanta's premier sporting events. Don't miss it. Get your tickets today at MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. That's MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. April 24th through 26th. We'll see you there. Right now, new car prices are out of control. Yes, it's more affordable to buy a used vehicle, but can you really trust what you're getting? That's why I use VIX Auto Care. VIX can perform a pre-purchase inspection of the vehicle I'm thinking about. They'll check it out from top to bottom, so I know if there are any potential problems. VIX helps me make the right decision. So before you buy, give VIX a try. VIX Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them at VIXAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog and our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys,
ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Here we go. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff. And the Ramones, 1976. They released their eponymous debut album. The front cover depicts the band members standing in a line, leaning against a brick wall. It was taken by Roberta Bailey. The cover was ranked number 58 on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest album covers. And in fact, hold on now. Let me get I got my list of the Rolling Stones 50 greatest bands. Let's see where the Ramones are, if they're on here. Well, them on. Let's see. I think I saw them. Ramones, number 43. Oh, it's funny. So the Ramones as a band are number 43 on the 50 greatest bands by Rolling Stone, and they are number 58 on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest album covers. Well, there you go. That's the way things work. Let's see. A couple of quick birthdays here for you today. I mentioned the actor Kai Penn is 49 today. He was Harold of Harold and Kumar, also in House. Kai Penn's 49, but the other guy who kind of reminds me of him and also the acting thing, Dev Patel, he's 36. He's the guy from Slumdog Millionaire and The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, also the TV series The Newsroom. Dev Patel's 56 today. John Lutz played the character Lutz on 30 Rock, is 53. Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company played Janet. Joyce DeWitt is 77 today. And George Lopez, the comedian, 65. So there you go, a few extra things for you there. Let's see. Some sad news, and I don't like to talk about things like this, but if you've ever watched the show Storage Wars, the guy Daryl Sheets, known as the Gambler, I think they called him, and the Gambler over the years, he'd been doing it for years and years. Like 13 years he was featured. Daryl Sheets has taken his life. And he may have been tormented by a cyber bully. A friend of his, another star on Storage Wars, Renee, says that there was a guy really tormenting him lately, cyberbullying him. Daryl had been posting a lot about the guys cyberbullying him, tormenting him, hoping the law enforcement can look into the guy and don't give him a pass. Law enforcement says they are aware of the accusations of bullying and they're looking into it. And his friend Renee said, guys, just because you watch us on TV doesn't mean you know us. It doesn't mean you know what we're about. As a matter of fact, if you have somebody in your life that thinks it's funny to cyberbully other people, slap them in the back of the head. make him a better human being. And something was going on. And Daryl Sheets, I mean, I just saw the other night, I watched a few minutes. Every once in a while, by skipping through the TVs and I see Storage Wars, I'll watch a few minutes of it. I don't like the newer versions of it. I used to watch the old. But again, Daryl Sheets took his life. And he was 67 years old. Took his life last night. What a terrible shame. And if you've been bullied into it, the whole thing is just horrible. Another quick scandal thing update for you in case you missed it earlier. More videos of Diana Russini and the married coach of the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel. At the time, this is now 6 years ago, they were caught at that famous resort in Sedona, Arizona. They were caught in a hot tub together. They were caught hugging. They were caught doing finger loving with fingertips, stuff like that. They were caught dancing and hugging. Well, 6 years ago, video has come out now of the two of them, Diana Russini, who was engaged at the time, and Mike Vrabel, who was married at the time 6 years ago, in a bar in New York making out. Kissing, fondling, their legs were intertwined together, sitting together at the bar. And so, there we go. And also, Mike Vrabel has now said, the draft is tonight. The first the NFL draft starts tonight. And Mike Vrabel has already said he will not be there for the third day because it's Saturday and he's going into counseling. He said, I promised my family and organization I'd give the best version of me I can, so he's starting counseling Saturday, so he's going to miss the third day of the draft.
He's doing counseling because his ass got caught.
Exactly. And I don't know how his wife's supposed to deal with this. I don't know how his family's supposed to deal with this. I don't know how the world's supposed to deal with this. Again,
if I was his wife, I'd empty his bank account.
Well,
I mean, unfortunately, he caused this. He did it.
And again, how would the fan? I mean, cheating on your wife, and she was cheating on her fiance, and they've been doing it apparently for 6 years.
And again,
when he was at Tennessee, she was working the Tennessee reporting belt. So now that he's working in New England, she's also still covering him and stuff for the NFL. Not anymore. She just lost her job. But again, I mean, this has been going on, I guess, for 6 years.
Well, yeah, not only that, she's been married, or she had a kid 4 years ago and named him Michael.
Yeah, God. I mean, what do you think the crowds are going to do? What do you think their reaction? Pete always said, they don't care as long as he wins. He was in the Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl. Didn't they won? Didn't they win?
Oh
my God, I forgot who won this. I think they won the Super Bowl, yeah. And so Pete says, as long as they keep winning, they won't care.
The Patriots haven't won a Super Bowl since Tom Brady left.
Well, who was it? LA? Who won the Super Bowl?
They were in the Super Bowl this past year, but they lost.
Yeah, okay. But isn't that funny how you hadn't been that long? God, it was only January. My God, was that 3 months? Yikes! But how's the crowd when he gets called? When he comes out with a team and stuff. I mean, it was just horrible.
I mean, he's more than likely he's going to try and not make it about him. He's just going to try and blend in.
I know. Anyway, it's just. It's a shame. I mean, it's a shame. And also, Russell Brand has been accused of raping and taking advantage sexually of women, has now admitted on a podcast that when he was 30 years old, he had sex with a 16-year-old girl because he said he was kind of randy back then, and 16 years old is the age of consent in Europe. And he admits that he was making love with a 16-year-old girl. He said, I was kind of selfish, and it was exploitation. He admits that. Well, good for him. And he was very promiscuous. He admits that, too. Russell Brand, we're talking. Anyway, another Flounder's Funny. Here we go. One more Flounder's Funny.
I love the title. It's very misleading, first of all. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Keeping up with them. Like, whoa, what are these women doing? Are we digging wells in Uganda? Are we feeding Romanian orphans? It's our fault. Women, we're watching this crap. And then there's spin-off shows. There's Courtney and Kim Take New York and Courtney and Kim Take Miami. How about Courtney and Kim Take Algebra? I'd watch every episode of that show. Oh my God, math is hard. Courtney and Kim. What the
Don't.
If those two girls weren't rich, it would be Courtney and Kim Take Your Order. I don't know. They're okay. I mean, they're pretty. That's awesome. I just feel like I don't like the narcissism. They're just too narcissistic. This whole thing, what is that where you take the same picture of yourself over and over? What is that called? mental illness. Thank you. Yeah.
Who's that there, boys or girls?
Christina Pazanski.
I love it. Well, Jeff and Flounder and Pete again tomorrow, and it's only the Kimmer. Christine, sing me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
He's not feeling the pressure. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump says he won't be rushed into making a deal with Iran during the current ceasefire.
The president says he's under no pressure to reach a quick deal with Iran.
I don't want to rush myself, because every story says, Trump is under time pressure. I'm not. No. You know who's under time pressure? They are.
President Trump says the U.S. naval blockade around Iran is doing economic damage to the country's lucrative oil industry.
I'm not under any pressure whatsoever. We've never had so much ammunition. Our ships are loaded. I call them locked and loaded. They're locked and loaded. They're ready to go.
The president has announced an open-ended ceasefire with Iran, saying he wants a great and everlasting deal on Iran's nuclear